Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Battlecode 2021 final tournament for Battlecode campaign. This year has been a very exciting year with a very exciting tournament, and we are all really looking forward to seeing the results of the final tournament today. So tonight's program we will start by introducing Battlecode and this year's game, as well as an overview of this year's statistics. And then we will get straight into our final tournament matches, starting with the round of 16. We will also have some special addresses from our silver sponsor, Hudson River Trading, and from our gold sponsor, Five Rings. And we will also be showing the final matches of the high school bracket and the newbie tournament bracket. And we'll then wrap up with the grand final match. To start off, what is Battlecode? So in case you don't know, Battlecode is a complex game of strategy and programming where you solve a complex problem in a very constrained environment. In Battlecode, we present our competitors with a very complex strategy game where everyone has 1 month to write an intelligent AI that plays this game against each other. It has even been described as some by the Super Bowl for software engineers. In this year's game, we have the key of this year's game is that we have red and blue battling on a volatile political landscape where allegiances are fleeting and quick to change. Politicians can give empowering speeches, convincing those around them to convert to their noble cause with great conviction. However, slanderers enter the game and bring their own form of an unorthodox form of extra conviction. But however, enemy muckrakers can expose the lies of the slanderers and thereby earn their own team a much greater buff to their own attacks. The goal of the game is to win the ensuing election, and ultimately, both teams must do whatever it takes to defeat the enemy team. A bit of a summary of Battlecode 2021 in numbers. We have had 656 registered teams involving 1,605 individual participants. And here with us today, we have our finalists, including 20 teams and 52 individuals. Our finalists are with us here today and will be commentating on their own matches to tell everyone about the amazing strategies that they have been working on over the last month. We also have over 100 MIT registrations for the 6147 class for credit this IAP. We'd also like to thank all of our amazing 2021 sponsors, especially our gold sponsor, Five Rings, and our silver sponsor, Hudson River Trading, HRT, as well as all of our bronze sponsors, Citadel, Morgan Stanley, Lockheed Martin, and D.E. Shaw. But without further ado, we would like to begin with the round of 16 in the winners bracket of the final tournament.
All right, I'm just gonna steal the screen real quick. So we'll be using our client to play the finals. So in the first batch in the round of 16, we have Fat Cats versus Battlecode Mafia. So if the finalists are here with us in the Zoom, feel free to just start commentating. So this is the first game of the match. It's run on a map called Egg Carton, which it's supposed to look like an egg carton, but Jerry got lazy, so he didn't trim the circles properly. As we can see here, we do see that although Battlecode Mafia has like an influence lead, it's quickly getting taken over, given that Fat Cats was able to find those slanders, build up a large buff, and overall just taking over all the Enlightenment centers and gaining all entire map control. So we do this first game will go to Fat Cats, I believe. Now, second game on a Snack That Smiles Back. So this is a very open map. We did have like a large variety of maps, some with a lot of impassable terrain and some with very open landscapes, because we do want to see that teams bots are able to adapt to different environments and different circumstances. As you can see, this overall like sort of turned out kind of different from the previous map because of how different the landscape is. But once again, we do see Malefacats building up that influence lead, the buff lead, and just destroying Baiko Mafia kind of.
Yeah, in both of these games, and probably in the last one too, you can see that my Slanders aren't very well defended. I'm Battlecode Mafia. So it's pretty easy for Mallet to find them and kill them, and then, you know, I have no income and they have a large buff, so that's kind of my bot's main weak point.
Right, and then the third game. So this is a map that sort of has like more impassable terrain, so hopefully your Slanders are able to stay safe for longer, even if you don't have any like specific defensive strategies for them. Yeah, I think we do see quite a bit of like pathfinding going on around here, where the units are trying to walk through the green squares, which are more passable terrain, as opposed to walking on the more darker cells, which are the impassable terrain. Yeah, we once again see Malefacats accumulating a large buff from exposing Baiko Mafia Slanders, and yeah, slowly gaining control over the map. Yep, the flank. Gotta attack from all directions. Yeah, so with that, Malefacats wins this match, and we'll move on to the quarterfinals, I believe. Although Baiko Mafia was able to make a comeback later and take one of the games, unfortunately, it was not enough. So, congratulations to Malefacats. And our second match of the Octo Finals, yes, is Chop Suey, also known as California Roll, right? And versus Confused.
Thank you for correcting the name.
You're welcome.
I can talk about my initial strat. So you see that I tend to try to do exponential growth. I build a ton of Slanders, as you can see on the graph. And the way I control the building is just basically checking how many of my Slanders are still making me influence. And every time it dips down, I go back up again. So you can see the graph, I'm always beating. I usually beat other teams in income until I don't.
Yeah, I think this map is very favored toward California Roll because it's so low passability. And then they build a lot of, actually we're winning in influence right now, or at least in income. I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, initially we took the neutral ECs, but like they immediately took it back. So that was a loss on influence on our part. So yeah,
I probably have a
now
bug.
they're building.
I don't know why my income dipped. It's going up and down like GME stocks a lot.
Yeah, it's like weird.
But Confused has a very consistent income, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, we try to stay around like 300 income or something. But I think in like very impassable maps like these, like yeah, I should have coded more like to get more income. So like right now we don't really have that much Slanders on our base.
Yeah, I can see. I think one of my strategies is to like. So what I do, a lot of bots do this, is that when you have all your units, you like to communicate positions of enemy muckrakers, which can destroy and expose your Slanders, making you money. So what a lot of teams are doing, I think I'm doing as well, is every time one of my units sees a muckraker, they tell that to my EC, my home, and they tell that to all the Slanders so they can try to run away. But you can see on the top left, it didn't work too well. He destroyed half my influence.
But I think the problem here is if you look at my EC influence, it's like 20s. So I think that's like the main problem. Yeah, our EC does not have enough to like produce big Slanders, and now it's getting overrun. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think this is, I don't know why I'm making like 1,000 income per turn. That was not coded, but that's where the exponential part comes in, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is
Alright,
probably GG.
This
Yeah.
game, congratulations both teams. This game has like lasted quite a while, so good job on both of your parts.
That was
I
pretty
believe
close
this
in
goes
mid game
to
actually.
Yeah.
California Row. So we can move on to the next one on this map with lots of passable terrain and see if anything's different.
Yeah, I'm really scared of California Roll's flanking strat here. I think it works really well in this map.
Yeah, so the other
yeah.
map I don't link as much, but what happens is I send units. I mean, I think a lot of people do this by accident, but I send units across the edge. So there isn't a muckraker on the edge yet, but oh no, you see it. So on the right, you see a bunch of big muckrakers. They just travel on the edge and attack you from both angles.
Yeah, and then I don't have enough politicians to defend, so
Anyway,
maybe if I take the left EC, maybe I can make a comeback, but I don't think that's happening. Yeah.
I want to say this is a bug in my bot, but right now, if teams surround my ECs, I don't get rid of their politicians. I just let them surround me.
Wait, what?
I mean, it's just like it's just like not efficient to get rid of politicians around your base because like you have surrounding units, and then if they surround you, then you have to spend a lot more just to remove that like high cost politician.
I think this map I might have more trouble because usually in close proximity maps, I build too many slanders anyway, and I don't stop building them, so I typically lose a lot of them. So you see that EC just flipped. I just lost it.
You guys have a very large
Oh wait, I
buff
got the other
right now,
ECs.
though.
Okay, start stonking.
Oh god, that influence jump. I mean, if like few of my like big muckrakers can get through and then like kill a lot of slanders, maybe, but I don't think this game is looking very
There's a
good.
couple in like the top middle that are trying to edge
Yeah, yeah, it's like kind of low possibility. So and you guys have like really big politicians around it, so I don't think it will make it through. And yeah, and now we have no slanders again. I think that's a bug in our code too. I don't know why we're not producing enough slanders.
Coding is hard.
I agree.
Alright, so I believe with that we have the result of this match. Chop Suey, California Roll wins 3-0 out of the games that we played, but overall, the final score ended up being 4-1. So congratulations to California Roll for advancing to the quarterfinals. And our next match in the Octo Finals is Producing Perfection versus Gore-Tex.
Okay, so at the beginning, I'm Producing Perfection, by the way. At the beginning, we send a bunch of muckrakers. Some are cost 1 and some are costing like the teens. And they start exploring, and they basically do a rush strat where they try to get to the enemy EC as fast as possible. They kill off some slanders, and this is very detrimental towards their eco.
It looks like they have the influence advantage there. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so our build strategy is basically build as many slanders as we can defend. So we have like a slander protection ratio. And then as soon as we've built enough slanders that we don't have enough politicians and muckrakers, we start building politicians and muckrakers instead. And a lot of the time we get a lot of influence thanks to this, but...
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's seeming pretty
What
even.
just happened?
So this kind of map, I think, is probably the best kind of map for our bot, where we can just sort of sit in the corner of the, like our ECs just sit in the corner of the map and spit out big politicians. We don't have to do anything sophisticated. We just have to trade well and trust our economy.
Yeah, usually, as long as we don't get overrun by muckrakers in the beginning, we get a really good economy, and we also really try to like take good trades with our politicians, trying to get as many units for one politicians.
But we are overrun by their higher eco.
Yeah, so we took the first one, but I don't think it's going to go the same way in coming games.
No, here the slanders are not as protected, so it's...
Okay, you can see in the top right, our Muckraker Rush is doing pretty well over there. I mean, top left. And also on the right side.
Yeah.
And also, it's like
Yeah,
sometimes
this is
okay
all.
if we don't kill their Slanders from the Muckraker Rush because they might spend too much on defense, which will also hinder their eco.
Oh man. Apparently, we have emergent behavior of a triangle with the Slanders. Not intended.
I'm not sure why they're doing that.
2 Muckrakers left. Somehow they're not killed yet, but I believe we know the results of this game, so we'll be moving on.
Very interesting possibility. Reminds me of map test small.
Yeah, map test small is one of our worst maps actually. So we'll see how this goes.
Looks like we claimed one of their ECs. But the one on the right is a bit dangerous right now.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna come down to, maybe it already has come down to how badly we defended ourselves in the bottom right.
And we got all the ECs, so this should just be a win.
Alright, so congrats to Producing Perfection. However, because Gore-Tex won one of the previous games, they will still be battling head-to-head in this best of 5.
I wonder what the fourth map. Oh, what the?
Ooh.
This direction, yes, it's pointing you in the wrong direction.
What is happening? Can't even.
At least we were nice and we gave your ECs a starting location with passability 1.
Yes, yes. You may or may not have a bug related to low passability ECs. I'm not sure. Interesting. Love to spend the devs server computation power.
Yeah, our
very
bot
interesting
doesn't
because
really
the
finish
top
off the net, so these games usually take a long time.
Alright, let me see if I can make the first. Oh, yeah, okay. So Producing Perfection wins, and we'll move on to the quarterfinals. However, we will still be seeing the losing teams in the Octo Finals and the losers bracket because it's a double elimination system. And next
Good
we
game.
have Nikola versus Smite.
Good game.
See if I can make it play slow in the beginning. Alright, I believe I made it work. Alright, so I don't know if we have either team's competitors with us here today, but we do see that the total influence currently is fairly even. They each actually Smite is slowly gaining an advantage by taking over more ECs, but Nikola is fighting back, so they're currently even again. Nikola does have a slight buff that Smite does not, but it's nothing super significant. However, they're still able to accumulate an advantage in total influence. We do see voting going heavily in the way of Smite, although from the past matches that we've run, we don't typically see voting to be the deciding factor. Usually one team gets annihilated before voting becomes the most important factor in deciding a match's victor. Yes, we see Smite making a comeback, trying to make a comeback. They took over 4 ECs as opposed to 2 from Nikola, but Nikola's large slanders and their strong econ game seems to really be putting them ahead. And if they can convert all those slander influence into large politicians to go kamikaze the rest of Smite, then I guess we'll see which team comes out on top in this game. So just to speed things up a little bit, we do see very large units moving around on behalf of both teams. The size of the actual avatar on the map is scaled based off of the amount of influence or conviction they have. So yeah, as we've kind of talked about earlier, we do see Nikola able to convert their influence into politicians to move towards Smite's base on the right side of the map. And if we speed up the game a little bit more, I believe this game will go to Nikola. Yep, they're also catching up in votes and quickly flooding the map. Right. So now we move on to game 2 of this map. Once again, very different terrain. We use like the same set of maps in each round of the finals, so very open map with lots of space for all the units to move along. We do kind of see Nikola moving faster and exploring the map, sort of like finding the borders with their muckrakers so they can quickly get a grasp of like where everything is. However, Smite does have a little bit of a stronger econ game right now with a little more total influence and a larger buff. They each have control over 3 of the enlightenment centers. So yeah, at this current point in the game, they're like fairly even, except Nikola once again with like the large buff from exposing Smite slanders, it's building up an influence lead. Although Smite is still the only team that has been like really voting for the first few rounds. Actually, they've both been voting. They just Smite just bids 2, while Nikola has been bidding 1 the whole time. So Smite has been winning every single vote, even though they've been they haven't really been expending much more influence. And then if we look down at this graph, total income per turn, we see a dip in Smite's income per turn, and then it quickly goes up and surpasses Nikola's. But this very large buff of 10 for Nikola is really going to put them at a strong position to attack and invade Smite. So this is kind of like a very precarious situation. We do see Smite with 4 EC controls, and Nikola with only 2. Well, it just became 3 because they're using their influence and their buff to actually attack. And they both invest a lot in their slanders, decent amount in politicians, and Nikola doesn't seem to be building as many muckrakers as Smite, but somehow they're constantly able to find Smite slanders more efficiently than Smite with their muckrakers, because we can see that Nikola constantly has a large buff. Yeah, we really just haven't seen Smite being able to break through this sort of wall of politicians on the left side of the map to get into this kind of army of slanders just farming income for Nikola. And oh, something happened. Yeah, seems like Smite has taken control over more of the ECs and has building up larger and larger slander armies, despite a lot of them keep getting caught out by Nikola. So Nikola is able to build up a buff. But despite all of this, Smite is able to build up a larger influence, and I actually cannot tell who's going to win, but I guess now it seems like Nikola with their large buff is moving through the map, attacking and taking control. So right now we are at 0-2 for Smite versus Nikola. Now on to the third game. Once again, this is like more similar to the first map where there's more impassable terrain, as opposed to the snack that smiles back. We see units doing some pathfinding, trying to avoid the purple territories and only move through like the green and yellowish ones. Nikola really building up a very large influence lead and also an EC lead, and is very quickly moving the large politicians towards Smite's base. So I think this game might be over very soon. And yep, as expected, Nikola will win this game as well. And overall, Nikola ends up winning 5-0 to Smite. But we will be seeing Smite again in the losers bracket. All right, the next match in our Octo Finals is Chicken versus Waffle.
Right. I'm Waffle. So looks like I'm on the blue side. So I'm building slanders. So looks like I'm just now detecting the first of the neutral enlightenment centers in the center. So I use flags to communicate their petitions back to the enlightenment centers I own. And then it would send a politician with just the right amount of influence for the neutral enlightenment center. But it looks like the other team is fighting back and converting them to their side. Right. So I have some larger politicians for the bottom center enlightenment center there. We'll see if they can convert it. Nope, we didn't manage to convert it.
All right, you see Waffle has a large number of votes, so they were so close. If they were able to survive, if this politician manages to survive, then they might actually win the game. For some reason, the politician is still alive. I am very not sure why. But yeah, finally, that politician gets killed, and despite having a large vote lead, this game will go to Chicken.
All right, this time I'm on the red side. I'm Waffle. So it looked like I sent a large muckraker for the left EC. It got killed, but I think it took out some slanderers first. So my larger muckrakers, they use map symmetry to find the EC symmetric to the one they spawn to. All right, looks like it's over already.
Unfortunately for Waffle, this game also goes to Chicken, but there might be a comeback here in the next few games. Seems like each team has discovered one of the neutral alignment centers, but neither has taken any yet. We see these large politicians coming over to convert that EC. Let's see if Waffle responds accordingly. Yep, we do see this large politician wanting to take over, but Chicken just came and sniped it with another large politician of their own. So currently, Chicken is building up an advantage both in influence and in EC control, although we do see Waffle having their bidding strategy to continue putting them on top in terms of votes. And yeah, I believe that concludes our game 3. So congratulations to Chicken for moving on to the quarterfinals, and we'll see Waffle again in the losers bracket. And next we have Monty versus Three Musketeers.
All right, we're blue, so we're building muckrakers to explore right now. Yeah, we'll see if we try to find the neutrals.
Usually in games that we play against Monkey, lower passability is bad for us because their defense is really strong. So if we can get in early, it's good. But if they're able to kind of build it up, then it's usually not great for us. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, this map should be good for us, just because we tend to like these more closed off maps. But I think the later games in this series of 5 for this round will be better for you guys. So we need to capitalize all we can. Oh, that's a big buff. I think one of our, we send one large muckraker as soon as our first scout dies in the direction of its death to investigate.
Yeah,
it looks like it got a little bit done.
We do that as well.
We also do that, yeah, but
it
seems futile at this point.
We'll see how later games go in this trend.
take this game 1 with them. And now to game 2, very different terrain.
Yeah, this one's a lot more open. It should still be okay for us, but we'll see. I think this one could get interesting.
The towers are still kind of far away, so it's possible that the defense will get set up. But at the same time, since there's more passability, there's more of a chance that like the initial buff box, like there's one coming to the top right now. Looks like it kind of got in.
Oh, yeah, look. Oh, it's doing something. Okay. I think it got a couple.
Got a couple, but with
Buff's
buff,
relatively even though right now.
yeah, with buff being
Our lattices are both kind of fighting each other for
Yeah.
control.
yeah.
You guys have 3 buff mucks going down towards the bottom one. I don't know if we can kill that.
Oh yeah, we took the leftmost EC there, and one
Yeah,
on the
this is
bottom.
not looking good for us.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Oh wow, that was a fast conversion.
There we go.
So our rush buddy system seemed to help us out by clearing out what's near the ECs so we could take it over with our big politician.
Yeah, instead of sending one politician to ECs, we send 2, with the first one being kind of weak in order to kind of clear out whatever's there so that our main politician doesn't get split up among.
Oh man, this is the bad snowflake style.
Yeah.
With the EC in between. I have no idea what's gonna happen here.
It's weird.
I have no
because,
idea.
Yeah, one of the things that makes monkeys really good is that they build fronts really well. So if their towers are close together, then it's really hard to penetrate. But since the towers are kind of separated by enemy towers, it's hard to say. Especially since there's like low passability, there's kind of pros and cons for both teams on this map.
Yeah, it seems like Monkey took over the top.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
With that being said, looks like
Yeah.
we're getting
Might take that top left or bottom left though. Oh, they took it. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you guys have the flanks. This is getting weird.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
our
We're ahead in
defense,
influence, but we have a buff.
our defensive strategy is we try to keep our slanders in a circle and then build a circle of politicians around that. So
Mhm.
in maps where we're surrounded, that does have some advantages because we defend from all sides at once. Unlike it looked like what Nikola was doing was crowding them against a wall.
Yeah, he found the walls.
All right, and I believe this will go to Monkey. So now it's 2-1, moving on to game 4.
This is just
This map is like seafloor part 2, and we're really bad on
it's
seafloor.
not
So
not looking good. Also, our slanderers like they don't know that like squares are low passive. They can get trapped by muckrakers really easily.
Yeah,
we'll
low passability around REC tends to be very bad for our defense.
I
You
have
look
no-
like you're getting in a little bit on the top left, but we'll see.
I have no clue.
yeah,
what's
the
gonna
income
happen.
seems like it's going your way right now, but
Yeah.
it seems like
But we're rushing the
Look at the buff.
yeah.
3.0
rushing
for you guys.
possibly.
Oh, it looks like we're winning opposite sides. So now this turns into just a normal map.
Side diff.
No, because you guys have gotten the
Yeah, Monkey's getting the neutrals
yeah,
faster
we
than
got the
us,
top.
so
Yeah.
they're gonna convert.
All right.
Have a bunch of muckrakers and 3 politicians. So if we skip to the end of the match, it indeed goes to Monkey. So congratulations, Monkey, for moving on to
Yeah,
the
GG guys.
quarterfinals. All right, Kryptonite versus Battle Path, our next match of the Octo Finals.
Hey, I'm Pranay. I'm Battlepath.
Hey, I'm Richard from Kryptonite.
Yeah, I think early on, kind of just build some slanders. We're not super aggressive with our slanders. We might lose on econ, but I think we're winning right now.
Yeah, those look like some pretty big neutrals, so we'll probably take a while before we decide we want to take them. Or actually, I'm wrong. I see some pretty fat
I think we're
politician. Oh, but you guys got there right after, so it's pretty good trade for you.
Yeah. We do this thing where if our EC's conviction is pretty low and there's a lot of politicians nearby, we just kind of like spam muckrakers and tell them not to move around. So that might be helpful. But it looks like you have a pretty big buff.
Oh yeah, it's like some of our muckrakers got through. So
yeah,
that's tough.
yeah, that's one weakness of our bot. We don't react too well against strong muckrakers.
Yeah.
So I think we might have taken over here. Yeah.
Yeah, our politicians are or like our interaction between politicians and muckrakers is pretty scuffed. Like for finishing off like HQs that are surrounded, because our like muckrakers randomly decide whether they want to be a surrounding like guy or a like just exploring. So sometimes we get into these weird positions where we just surround it for a really long time without killing it. But yeah.
One last politician surviving.
One last
But
guy.
anyways,
Yeah.
it's gone
Well,
now,
then,
and
yeah, yeah.
Kryptonite takes the first game.
Okay, this is an interesting map. I think
Not
we'll
really
probably
sure.
take it pretty quickly, the neutrals.
Hmm.
We will, our decision making for like whether we want to take a neutral yet is if we can like basically afford the politician to take the neutral, we like within like 5 turns of saving, we'll just save. Otherwise, we'll just try to spawn more Slenders.
I see. Yeah, I think you guys got your muckrakers through on the bottom as well.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of our big weaknesses. We don't defend well against muckrakers. So
yeah, buff muckrakers are so hard to kill.
Yeah.
We just like naturally spawn like different levels of politicians, and it like just works out so that like they can take care of the buff muckrakers.
Yeah.
Now we're left in the awkward spot again.
4 politicians surrounding an EC up here, and then the opposite thing happening over there. But anyways,
Yeah.
second game also goes to Kryptonite.
All right.
So
Good
moving
game.
on to game 3.
Good game. This is an interesting map. I think both team Slenders will probably get killed in the beginning.
Yeah. Like our Slanders, they hide in the side that's farthest from the closest like enlightenment center, but that's just gonna push them to the other one. So yeah.
Yeah. I think ours have been more reactive. They just like try to be as close to the EC, and they see an enemy, they just move away. But then return back. So
Yeah,
it looks
both
like you
of us are getting
defended-
small buffs, it seems.
Yeah, it looks like you defended the top left pretty well, Slenders. So as we have a
yeah,
bottom right.
Yeah. You have a lot of
So,
large politicians, so are in our bottom right red one, so that looks tough.
Yeah, we're trying to attack your EC, but we can't like we're doing all the damage, so we're just kind of like floating around.
Yeah, like if we see a lot of large politicians, we'll just try to dilute it just by spamming muckrakers like in the direction of the politicians, like as like a last ditch attempt to survive. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you got this.
All right.
Alright, congratulations to Kryptonite for
Thank you.
taking this match.
Again.
They actually lost one game later, but anyways, we'll be seeing both teams further on in the bracket. And next, wait, is this the quarterfinals already? I do not remember. I think this is still.
No, this is the last match of the Octo Finals.
Alright,
Yep.
thanks guys for reminding me. Baby Ducks versus Walla.
I don't know how well we're gonna do against Wallalo's.
Wallalo's the most
Muck
exciting
Rush.
team on the field by far. I'm really
Hey,
excited
I'm
to see
Isaac
this
from
one.
Team Wallalo, and I do a Muckracker Rush on small maps. Let's see if we decide to do that on this map. It looks pretty large. My bot will probably decide to build a strong economy here because the map is larger, although it does look like Baby Ducks has a stronger economy if you look on the graph on the left. I did get both neutral enlightenment centers though, but Baby Ducks is fighting back very hard.
Yeah, it looks like we got to the upper one second and got a bit of advantage from that, but you might be able to, yeah, you took that one back just now. There's a bit of fighting there.
For like 2 rounds.
This
Yeah.
is very
Yeah, it's really
even.
bad to take a neutral EC that's really expensive, and then your opponent to take it like 2 rounds later because you paid the $500 and then they got it.
No.
It looks like Baby Ducks has stopped producing economy while I have continued, so I now have more income than them, although they have captured both of the neutral enlightenment centers.
So our economy scales based on how many politicians we have surviving. As we make more progress down the map, we will have more politicians and therefore ramp up economy again.
It does look like you guys are starting to produce more economy as you gain a stronger and stronger hold on the central enlightenment centers though. and it might be starting to become very difficult for my 2 enlightenment centers to fight back. So I think you guys are going to take this game.
Yeah, unit count is just so important in these games. Getting up on ECs can often be even more important than getting up on econ.
And that looks like game for me.
Good game.
Good game.
Congratulations to
GG.
Yeah, I can skip to the end of the game and you just see the entire map filled by large units. Now let's see if anything changes on this very empty map.
Well, as
Open
they
maps
say,
are definitely
maps
better
win
for
games.
low.
It is large
scary.
though, so I'll have a lot of extra muckrakers just floating around the map, not able to find your enlightenment center.
So how do you figure out if the map is large or not? Do you just scout the edges?
I try to determine the distance to the opponent's enlightenment center by measuring the amount of time it takes for my first unit to see their first unit.
Oh, okay.
Well, it looks like you successfully took one of our ECs. I mean, you didn't actually take it, but like, I don't know, it's being dumb and swarmed with muckrakers, so it's kind of dead.
My EC on the right has stopped
blue.
producing economy.
Oh, we're blue. Oh. wait, so we killed them with rakers? Interesting.
Look at this huge buff though.
Yeah, it looks like some of our buff rakers are getting through and finding your slanderers.
Is screen sharing a little better, by the way? I tried quitting like everything else.
2-0. I'm gonna have to win 3 games.
I think some of these later maps favor you though.
The 4th map is pretty nice for me because it's pretty small in the sense that
Yeah,
the enlightenment centers are close together.
Yeah, and I think this one also, like, it has the alternating enlightenment centers, which makes defending those central ECs pretty hard.
Yeah.
My central enlightenment center will probably soon choose to switch to a muckraker rush strategy, as it won't be able to defend. Yeah,
I
that's what it
expect
does.
both the center
I've got
ones
4
usually will
enlightenment
fall.
centers.
Oh yeah, you
you
did
got
take both.
our bottom left one. You sent like a huge politician over, and we just didn't have enough to withstand that. But it looks like, huh?
Oh, we took it back. We've taken, huh?
But you just have a
but
big
you just
economy.
have so much,
Weird
so many
game,
dollars.
Yeah.
I think you
I
guys
have
have
too many
much.
dollars for you. My income is stonking. And that looks like game.
Is there a reverse?
Good game.
I don't know.
Oh man, are we gonna go 2-2 and finally see the 5th map?
I think so.
Both of my ECs should probably try to find the neutral enlightenment centers at the top and also switch to a muckraker rush strategy because the map here features enlightenment centers that are very close together. Now I've started to send politicians up to the top to take the neutrals, and those will be very, very advantageous for my team. It looks like they're getting overwhelmed with muckrakers now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
We're
unit
gonna attack.
advantage is way too large.
We're gonna attack the closest EC, which is gonna be yours, and just ignore the neutrals.
Right, it's 2-2. This is very tense.
Yeah.
Game 5. What's the 5th map gonna look like?
Whoa. Alright.
No neutrals at all?
Alright, look at this name. It's called the Client Map Editor Superior to Google Sheets EOM. Because Jerry was trying to tell me to make maps using Google Sheets, and I'm telling him that Google Sheets sucks. So now we have a map.
We have multiple map making utilities, including a client, as well as some other maps use Google Sheets so that we can insert crazy formulas. For example, if you remember the radial map, that was actually created using a bunch of trigonometric functions in a Google Sheets thing. However, I think ultimately we decided that perhaps the client map editor is superior, and we decided to enshrine it in its glory through this map.
This is some low passability HQ.
Yeah, this is really interesting.
Whoever
whoa,
decides to
yeah,
make more income here will probably be the victor.
Probably.
Because this is very defense heavy.
This is like the lowest passability we've seen on HQs like ever, right? Like
I think
those are some
so.
pretty low passability HQs.
We have some big politicians next to your base, but they're just there because they can't kill it.
My base will probably try to save up to prevent you from killing it, so. That's
Yeah, our
probably
base
why
also
that's
does
happening.
something similar. Oh, but you can
It
never
looks like
build
I'm
muckrakers
winning
again
on
because you'll
votes,
murder your
though.
muckrakers as soon as they spawn.
I won't. Might not spawn muckrakers.
Oh, but you're doing the same thing to us. Oh wow, this is a really awkward map.
Very awkward indeed. You guys are starting
Okay,
to
now
bid
we're
more.
winning on votes. Wait, what?
Oh,
what
we're
happened to
just
all
But
our
I'm getting the
though.
lead. I bid more when I'm losing on votes.
We do a similar thing.
And I'm
come down
bidding
to
up.
votes?
And I now have
Oh, no.
751
You have it.
votes.
Yeah.
Looks like wow. Is that like the
That
first
was
game
really
ever to be
close. That was really
decided by
close.
votes with
Good
both
game.
ECs
Good
on the board?
Game.
GG's.
Alright. So congratulations to Walla. And I believe that concludes our Octo Finals. Is that correct, Jerry?
Yes, I think that was the round of 16, but now we're going to be moving into the losers bracket of the round 1 of the final tournament. So now we're going to be having the losers bracket. So what this means is that since we're in the losers bracket of the double elimination tournament, the team that wins in this bracket in this round will advance to the next round, but the other team will be eliminated from the tournament from here. Okay, so we're going to start with Battlecode Mafia versus Confused.
First map, C2E.
Okay,
Took me a while to realize it was
this map is very long. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm not very familiar with Battlecode Mafia's strategy.
Yeah, I think this is generally a good map for me because there's a high passability right next to the ECs, but then low passability away, so like kind of a wall. But one thing you'll notice both of us doing is see how our slanders look like they're in diagonal lines? That lattice is there so that units can move freely through the group of slanders, which is
Yeah,
important when your slanders convert into politicians.
I think we're sending big politicians to the bottom right, and we took over that, and now we found the top left AC and trying to take over that too. But we have no muckrakers, which is like the slander lattice is like preventing us from like completely surrounding. But it seems like they're moving away and they took over. I think this should be game.
Yeah, I lost all my ECs.
And now we go to the second game of the
Oh, this is a very
This is crazy
interesting map. I'm not sure what's gonna happen to Slanders. They'll probably die for both teams.
Once again, Evo, Enlightenment, and
They'll run away if they can.
They're low
but I don't know how they'll be
possibility.
able to.
Oh, do you account for
Definitely
low
not
possibility at all, Sam?
Hmm?
Do you account for low passability ECs at all? Because I never coded.
Yeah, no, I never test on map test small or anything, so
yeah,
I don't really know what it does.
Looks
like
like
I took the neutrals earlier, but
oh yeah, but
you
we're
took
taking
my
over
original
your
ECs,
original
so.
ECs, and now we are taking over our neutral side. But it's still 3-3. But we have very large politicians, and yeah, they're just slowly marching across and taking over.
Looks like your economy was better, so.
Yeah. Actually, our econ took a huge dip on like around 150. Not sure what happened there, but
But it was much
now-
higher than mine before that, so.
yeah.
Alright, the end state, once again, a map gets filled.
Yeah, well, we're kind of bad at finishing people, so we just have a lot of these games. Oh, GME. Where was this map made?
Are these all low passability ECs?
Stonks. yellow. And the neutral ECs are high possibilities, but it's gonna
Yeah,
be
we'll see
a
if I
while
can.
before
Oh, it looks like I'm
we
gonna
get to
try
them.
to take the one on the right.
We're kind of
Oh.
slow with exploring, so this might be a very bad game for us if they manage to take all the neutral ECs. Oh, we're going for the top right.
Yeah, my politicians don't go for it unless they can actually kill it, so I guess that's why they're
Yeah.
not doing it.
They seem to be going for my
Oh, there we
EC
go.
instead of the neutrals. So yeah, now
Yeah.
it's kind of like both of our middle ECs are getting contested.
Yeah, and I took the top right neutral too. But yeah, we both have a bunch of big politicians around the opponent's
Yeah.
EC.
So one of the last minute features that I added was to produce muckrakers on like the cardinal directions, but I guess it didn't matter. It got taken over. Yeah, and I think you have much better eco, so I think you're gonna take this one. It's just overwhelming me. No, I did manage to take the central, but I don't think it matters.
No, it looks like for a while there you did have a fairly big buff, but I was far enough ahead in influence that it didn't matter.
I think one of our main problems is when we get to the or when our politicians get to the EC, we don't have any muckrakers there, so like nothing gets done, and they're kind of slow. This map
More low
shouldn't be
passability
too.
ECs.
I mean, it's not too bad, but yeah, there's a lot of like non 1.0, 0.9 passability ECs in the finals.
Yeah.
Hopefully we should take those neutral ECs. Yeah. But you know, it's like very highly contested.
Yeah, those middle ones on the top and bottom keep changing hands.
Once
and our
again,
economies
eco
seem
to
pretty
the
matched.
dip, but yeah, we're coming back. Yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I think we're very evenly matched.
Yeah, you have a buff of 2 though.
Now we're taking over with big politicians. So we're supposed to spawn like big
but
muckrakers.
I'm winning on votes. We'll see.
That is true. 450. Oh, so like if I don't manage to take you guys out, then in like a few because we don't finish off people. So if I don't manage but now we have now we have
I think you'll be able to
now
win
we
on
took
votes
over
anyway.
all ECs, and then yeah, we should win by votes, hopefully. Yeah, we surpassed votes and no EC, so I think this is okay. All right, that was a good game. GG.
Yeah, good game.
Very exciting match, but
Well, and the final was 3-2.
Battlecode Mafia actually wins the last game in this match, but congratulations to Confused for moving on in the bracket.
So, and congratulations to Battlecode Mafia for placing in 13th place. So congratulations.
And next up, we continue with the losers bracket. I believe we have Gore-Tex versus Smite.
All right, interesting. So a lot of interesting maps in this losers bracket, I think. And some of them might be favorable for us, but I don't know how we'll really fare against Smite. I don't think we have a really good record against them. But this is one of these long, narrow maps that favor economy, which could be good. But I see we're taking a big assault in the top left and losing that one. So our bottom, we're taking the bottom ECs. Our economy is nice, but we'll have to do something with it. If those slanders get exposed, that's going to be it, I think. So I'll just have to pray that they don't. Oh, but it's starting to look good. Wow.
Yep. Congratulations switches to Gore-Tex. This first game will go to Team Gore-Tex. And now we go to the second game.
This is a
Much
really
smaller map.
crazy map. I don't think we'll do very well on it, but it remains to be seen. At least we're fairly good at sending muckrakers to symmetric positions on the map. So if we can get some muckrakers in there and get some slanders, that would be good, but our economy seems to be a bit worse. And we're also slow on getting the neutral ECs. So this one seems to be going to Smite.
Now we are 1-1 in this match. Let's see who will be able to take game 3 stocks.
So this map should, in principle, be good for us because we're going hard on the economy and it's really hard to get to the opponent here. But I'm also not sure how we'll handle the low passability ECs. So it seems we're a bit slow on getting the neutral ECs.
Yeah, I think one thing when we take over ECs is that we do spawn dedicated politicians, but we don't. We just do it when we have enough influence, so we don't wait on building other big units and save up, which I think a lot of other people do, which lets them take over ECs sooner than we do.
But it actually seems like our economy is strong enough here that we're overwhelming Smite. Wow. It's this steam train. Once we get momentum, it seems hard to stop us, but we're weak in the early game. So.
Right, and we do see Gore-Tex taking this third game of the match. And moving on to the fourth game on the map called Saturn. Once again, kind of evil with EC placement, but you're welcome, guys.
Thank you. So I see we get the first neutral EC rather quickly, but we're delayed to the second one. Ooh.
Right, I believe this game will go to Smite, so we now have an exciting game 5. Yeah, okay, so I made this map and I forgot that there's rotational symmetry, so I did like vertical symmetry and I'm like, well, it's just gonna be inaccurate. And later I remembered that rotational symmetry was the thing. Actually, wait, I'm a little bit confused what happened. This is like rotated, I think, based on the EC. I do not remember what's happening. Oh wait, no, this is vertical symmetry. Alright, I'm trolling. But yeah, an inaccurate British flag you have.
So I see we're lagging rather far behind on the influence here. I think it may have something to do with the low passability tiles. We're not really handling them very well. That's too bad.
Well, you guys put up a good fight, but I believe, unfortunately for Gore-Tex, Smite will win this game 5 of the match and be moving on in the losers bracket.
Close games.
And congratulations to
James.
Cortex for placing in 13th place in the final tournament.
Are you gonna try to read their names, Jerry?
I don't think I've been reading names for the teams. But yes, congratulations to Cortex.
Now, continue on with our round 1 of losers bracket. We have Waffle versus Three Musketeers.
Usually bigger maps aren't great for us, but since there's high possibility, it's not necessarily super clear cut what's going to happen.
You can see our explorers going down and up to find the enemy ECs.
Yeah.
Seems there's a big buff buck in the top left coming for their Slanders.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't.
For us.
They stopped it, but not in time before. Not in time for us to get a big buff and have slightly better economy. But we're kind of coming back down now.
Yeah, we see two of their enemy politicians came and took.
Oh, but it looks like
there we
we
go.
took all of the bases. So.
All right, so congratulations to Three Musketeers. And now game 2 is on one call away.
Usually, our towers, if they see an enemy too close to base, they'll stop making as many slanders and start making more muckrakers. Because it seems like making more muckrakers when their enemy's really close or base is really close is better, and making more slanders when the enemy is far is better. So here we should be making a lot more muckrakers, which is kind of what you can see, but we are a little bit slow.
We have 1 slander total.
Yeah, we're low on influence right now, but we'll see what happens.
Yes, that top right tower is definitely a problem because we can't find it, and we're probably not going to be able to get any money.
Seems like both teams are rushing a lot of muckrakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because of like the enemy distance heuristic might have been
Yeah,
employed by both.
but it looks like all the slanders on the top right got taken. But oh no, yeah, now the top left is a problem.
Yeah, it seems like we're getting overwhelmed.
And now this second game will go to Waffle. Now on to Stonks. Low passability to start with.
Yeah, this in general, this type of map isn't great for us, but yeah, if we can find the enlightenment centers in the more green areas, maybe
Yeah,
it'll
it
be
looks like
better.
we're rushing them already, so which is a good sign.
It's possible. It's hard to say. We found the enlightenment centers in basically at the same times. So, oh, it looks like we're winning on economy as of now.
Yeah, we've got some buff bucks going up to their top left. Well, they've got a bunch of big pawls coming at
Yeah.
coming to the bottom left.
My ECs are not very good at fighting buff monks. Whenever they see a muckraker, they will immediately just stop building slanders and won't start building them again. Seems like other teams sometimes would start building them again. It's not something I ever got to work.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah.
looks like they have 11 slanderers to our like 70 or 80. So hopefully we should be able to hold. I don't see many muckrakers coming to our side, which is a pretty good sign.
Our buddy rush system took the top left.
Yeah, that's good.
Surprisingly, the votes are like kind of close, even though we have like way more influence in our ECs right now. But it looks like we're pulling ahead a little bit.
These blue troops moving everywhere on the map. And also quickly approaching the required number of votes. Everyone should vote. Voting is a good strategy, guys. Definitely
looks
not
like-
completely useless in 90% of the game.
It might go to 1,500 because of cleanup, but we have the votes.
Yeah. In both of the last 2 games, whatever team was able to find a base that created a lot of slanders, that basically took it.
Now, game 4.
Economy's looking pretty even through the beginning game. It's kind of trading. Oh, it looks like our muckrakers got in there. So we sent some big muckrakers to their base. They found the enlightenment centers in the middle, but we are creating more money. It's definitely a trade-off of neutrals versus sending big muckrakers. However, we were kind of able to take, so now we're even on neutrals. The question really to me is, can we keep all of our slanderers in the bottom left? Because if we can keep those, then we can make a lot of money. But if they find those, then it's possible we could be in some trouble. Well, we took the top right base.
A large number of blue mucks went to the bottom left and they removed the slanders. I use flagging. Whenever any of my muckrakers sees an enemy slander, all the other mucks from that EC will go for it.
Yeah, so one thing that's changed with the buff update is that it's actually okay to like lose some of your muckrakers as long as you don't lose all of them at once.
You mean slanders?
Or slanders, yeah. Before, if you lost like 3 slanders and the game was basically over. But now if you lose like 2 or 3, but it's over like a good amount of rounds, then it's kind of okay. So it's like we were kind of a lot more willing to give up like 1 or 2 slanderers.
Yeah, it seems like we've taken now.
Yeah, it seems like we took this one.
Alright, good job, and congratulations to Three Musketeers for winning this match.
And congratulations to Waffle for placing in 13th place in the Battlecode 2021 final tournament.
Now, I believe this is our last match of the first round of loser bracket. We have Battle Path versus Baby Duck. We have a lot of animals this year in our finals.
Yep. Go Animal Kingdom.
No idea if it was intentional or not, but you guys made it happen.
This will be interesting. I'm not really sure. I think we do relatively well on high passability maps, but we are winning in. Oh no, we're red. Never mind. We're losing in econ.
Yeah, we interestingly both of us ate each other's slanders a bit in the beginning. I saw like both of us have a small buff.
Yeah, I think we're trying to attack your top right, but it's not really working too well. You have a lot of politicians defending it.
Your slanderers were mixing with ours in the top right for a moment,
yeah.
being chased by our muckrakers. It was very amusing. But yeah, looks like our high econ is winning.
Alright, and now this first game goes to Baby Ducks, and we go to the second game.
This will be an interesting map because I think we'll stop producing slanders pretty early. And I think we'll focus on more attacking immediately. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, that makes sense. You have our bottom EC a bit surrounded.
Yeah, it's not really doing much though.
Surrounding with politicians doesn't really help.
Well, you surrounded the good tiles with politicians, which is a little annoying.
Our spawning is a uniform random direction with every spawn, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's just more about trying to attack there, but I guess it happened to be a high passability square. But yeah, so you took over.
Yeah, all of these maps have been very interesting with high passability and such. I see devs really wanted to shake it up.
Possibility? So Stonks with the very slow start to the game. I'll just speed it up until people walk into the green region.
Yeah, I was definitely worried that my the build order would get messed up by the low passability, because one rule in the build order is to build a constant number of politicians early, and that's a lot more expensive when you can only build units at half speed.
Yeah, build order is kind of weird. We kind of have like we have some stuff influencing our build order, but it's more or less kind of random at points.
It was interesting that we took the top right and you took the bottom left. ECs for
one property of low passability maps with our build order is that it takes not that much in order for us to go 100% econ, actually. after building a constant number of politicians at the beginning, because it's hard to sustain a high income. Like I have like an income target of like I need to hit so much income per turn, and well, if I can only build a slander every like 10 rounds, then it's very easy to hit that. It's very hard to hit that target.
Well, good game, Paddle Path.
Yeah, good game.
Congratulations to Baby Ducks for advancing to the next round of the tournament. And congratulations to Battlepath for placing in 13th place in the Battlecode 2021 final tournament. So that wraps up the round of 16, so the first round of the tournament. So now we're going to just have a special address from our Battlecode Silver sponsor, Hudson River Trading. So HRT is our silver sponsor this year, and they have sent us a brief introduction to the company that they would like for us to introduce to everyone today. So Hudson River Trading brings a scientific approach to trading financial products. We have built one of the world's most sophisticated computing environments for research and development. Our researchers are at the forefront of innovation in the world of algorithmic trading. At HRT, we come from all sorts of backgrounds, from mathematics, computer science, statistics, physics, and engineering. We're a community of self-starters who are motivated by the excitement of being at the cutting edge of automated trading. Our culture celebrates great ideas, whether they come from HRT veterans or new hires. At HRT, we're friends and colleagues, whether we're sharing a meal, playing the latest board game, or writing elegant code. We embrace a culture of togetherness that extends far beyond the walls of our office. Does this seem like something you might be interested in? Our goal is to find the best people and bring them together to do great work in a place where everyone is valued. HRT is proud of our diverse staff. We have offices all over the globe and benefit from our varied and unique perspectives. HRT is an equal opportunity employer, so whoever you are, we'd love to get to know you. And Battlecode and at Battlecode, we really appreciate having HRT with us as a silver sponsor this year. And we really appreciate all of the support that HRT has given us over the years. So now we're going to have our Octo Finals, which is the round of 8. And we're going to be starting the round of 8 from our winners bracket of the tournament.
All right, so I'm stealing the screen back, and in our first match of the Octo Finals, we have. Wait, so this is the Octo Finals. I've been trolling. This is the Octo Finals. I've been saying Octo Finals all of the last rounds. My apologies. Fat Cats versus Chop Suey. I mean, California Roll. So let's just dive right into it. And yeah.
Wait, is this the
there
same
are
map?
Maps that are repeated. Yes, the maps. We don't have like different maps every round. We have like a set of like I think 14 or 16 maps that's just like recycled through the different rounds.
Well, historically, MSC seems to always beat me within 400 rounds. If I get past 400, maybe I'll do okay. Also, I have California rolls now. Gotta rep the food.
Repping your team.
So it looks like MSC is doing the win within 400 rounds by taking the middle ECs, but I still have better total influence, but it doesn't seem like I'm holding my ground very well. He's sending a lot of units. I can't seem to keep up. And he's destroying my sliders. This might be GG.
Right, and as our finalists predicted correctly, this game does indeed go to Fat Cats. Now to the second game. Wow, this is actually kind of recycling maps. Blotches. It's okay, the maps are different later.
I feel like it's a little hard for me on this map also, because this is almost like cross stitch, but since they're so close, they're more likely to get close to me and I can't get my economy up. So like I have a small advantage right now, but he's gonna quickly take it over with his mucks going in. It looks like I did capture at least one extra EC after losing the other one, but he's gonna have the unit dominance, which is gonna be very difficult on me. It appears I'm trying to capture that small EC at top though, so maybe I'll get it back. Oh, it just looks like they just hit my economy really bad. I just tanked. Yeah, but I'm trying to do my exponential growth. I'm growing. I don't know if I'll be able to make a comeback, maybe? Because once I grow up enough in size, I'll start sending bigger mucks to destroy their economy. And since I've passed around 400, I might have a chance now. But we'll have to see.
You do still have a large influence lead on Malphite.
Yeah, but the problem is they're actually blocking my EC from building units, so that could be an issue. But the good thing is I have more EC's control, so he can't have his rushes or like his muck spam too much, which has historically been my problem against them, I think. Because they have a very good micro, their pathfinding is really good. I actually don't really have pathfinding. I declared on the first week that I don't want to work in pathfinding because I felt like it was futile given the Battlecode limits. But apparently MSC found a way to constrain a Dijkstra's and 15,000 Battlecode. But it looks like regardless, I am able to take this game, surprisingly.
Congratulations. And yep, so now we are at 1-1. This Octo Finals, quarterfinals, different people call it different things apparently.
Okay, so the problem with this map is it does all the ECs have different possibilities on their tiles, so that means they build at slower rates. I have never really tested my bot on these kind of tiles, and typically what happens is when I build units, I build them according to how much influence the EC has. So since I can't build as fast, all my units are probably going to be big. So this might be the game where I send very, very big units to people and also build very big sliders that get taken, which appears to be the case right now, unfortunately.
So
yeah,
you just
MSC.
always assume that your
Yeah.
EC's passability is the same as everything around it?
Yes, I don't
Great
bother.
assumption.
But it looks like MSC has clearly either accounted for this case or they're just better at finding ECs in the middle. And they take game 2.
Yep. Now on to game. No, that's game 2. Yes, that's
Okay,
game 2.
according to the
Game
MSC,
3.
they
No,
actually
this is game 4.
Oh, okay. According to the MSC team, they actually don't account for this. But to be fair, their bot is very robust to maps. Looking at this map, I actually don't know what's going to happen, but the walls of like low possibility could be helpful for me in protecting my slanderers, which I typically overproduce. As you can look at the graph, I'm producing a lot, but they're aggressively both attacking the same EC, which is not good for me. So it looks like I have my final stand now. Although I'm trying to send a lot of politicians to attack the one EC to the right, and I just took it. So this is very hard to say what's going to happen. Whether or not I can keep the EC at the top right might be very key. And whether or not, oh, I just lost it. Never mind.
Tragic. It's okay.
Yeah,
You'll have another run
very over.
in the
Yeah.
losers bracket. So,
Congrats to MFC.
yep. And Malphite ends up winning it 4-1. So now our second round in whatever quarter Octo Finals is Producing Perfections versus Nikola.
Okay. Yeah, interesting maps for sure. Historically, we get out econned on this map, and Nikola, they're pretty good econ. As you can see, they have more influence.
We seem to have the middle 2 ECs, but I'm not sure if we can keep it because their econ is so much larger currently.
Interestingly enough, we make a huge amount of slanderers in the middle. I don't know how well that's going to go.
Yeah, looks kind of bad for us, I think. Unless some of our mucks can get past their wall of politicians, which is not happening.
you take this first game in this match and on to game 2 with sort of a similar map style with a lot of random tiles scattered around. I wonder why. Maybe it was because Jerry was lazy when he was making maps.
This map reminds me of the Bad Snowflake. I actually used Bad Snowflake to test quite a bit, and what I found was that exploration matters a lot, but who knows?
We currently have a slight EC advantage. So
But yet again,
we should be good.
they do have a huge economy.
Oh, that's true.
Alright, I will speed this up a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's over for us now. Our economy is just pretty bad.
But is it time for the reverse sweep though? Now for this map that a lot of competitors have complained to be special case, not expecting the ECs to be low passability.
Yeah, we didn't really expect ECs to be low, or more like we forgot to test. So we have no idea what's gonna go on. So
We have game control the center. So hopefully this will lead us to victory. But their Mux seems to be killing a lot of our cylinders.
we got the center. Oh, the center is giving us a lot of slanderers.
All right, good job. You guys win the third game, and let's see if the reverse sweep actually happens.
Yeah, it's questionable with these maps. That's for sure. I always kind of forget what color we are, but
Right here on the left.
yeah.
Oh, looks like I got up this clearing the bottom right.
Oh, what is happening? Oh my, what? Something
That
just
happened very fast.
You got
a huge buff. And then things happened.
It looked like they were going to out-econ us again.
All right, circles. Everyone take a guess on who made this map. Dude, I was making maps with Jerry yesterday. I'm like, if you take all the maps and just put them in a set and ask people to guess who made which maps, it's like very obvious of different styles. I have very evil maps, and Jerry has this kind of map. All right.
So this map's interesting. I think the low passability EC in the close distance really helps us. Oh, this is promising for sure.
Yeah, I like that.
Aha! Ending with a buff of 16.
All right.
Good game.
So congrats to Producing Perfection for moving on the bracket and also with an impressive reverse sweep, but we will be seeing Nikola. It was Nikola, right? Nikola again in the losers bracket. And next we have Chicken versus Monkey. Battle of the Animal Kingdom.
All right, Chicken is a pretty difficult matchup for us. They're a very good team. But these sort of closed off maps are, if we can beat them anywhere, we'll probably be here. So hopefully we can get something done in this first game. We got that middle easy first, which is a good sign. But they got it second, which is a less good sign. And they have a pretty large buff and large economy.
Looking at the income and buff, looks like this game is mostly done. Also, is it frozen for anyone else?
Is it?
Oh.
Well, it ended
Okay, yeah,
now,
it unfroze
so
now.
apologies if my computer is terrible. I believe people have been terrorized by it during the opening stream as well. Just cannot support streaming, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good sign for our long-term prospects here, but these bad snowflake type maps, anything can happen. So let's see.
Oh, 4.1 buff for chicken.
Yeah, this one's not looking good. This might be a very quick series.
All right. And I believe once again goes to chicken. Whoops, I didn't press end, but see if anything can happen in this British flag map.
Yeah, we added code to fix corner maps on the very last day. So it seems to be kind of working. We're staying roughly even in unit count, but we're not exploring towards the center quite as fast. Yeah, as long as we can hold that center one, we may have some chance. But we are no longer holding the center one.
Hey, you took it back for a second, but unfortunately,
Yeah, chicken
for
is very
Monty,
scary.
this game also goes to chicken, and they will continue moving on to the quarter or semifinals based on terminology. Yes, this is confusing. And
Right,
next we
this is-
have Kryptonite versus Walla.
Right. So I'm not sure how I typically do against Kryptonite because I don't play a lot of matches versus them. But hopefully I can gain an economy lead here, which seems to be happening. My graph is slightly higher than theirs.
Oh,
There's
looks like
I believe this is
a
more
lot
than
of stuff
slightly.
happening with the
times in the middle.
neutral ECs. They stopped producing slanderers. You can see their income graph is going down. I'm taking a bigger risk by producing more of them, hoping that I can protect them, using the extra money that I get to try to hold on to those neutral ECs in the center. If I can hold on to this money lead, I can eventually convert and win their ECs on their side as well.
Seems like you took also
Although-
pretty decent lead in voting with your extra influence. So it looks like a tough round for us. Your new eco is very strong against us. we don't particularly
I
respond
added
to many
my
slenders,
economy.
but yeah.
All right. And now moving on to round 2.
Historically, I mostly do a muckracker rush, but a few days ago I added an economy, so
It's been very
much
good.
improved.
Hey, you've been rewarded by that change in strategy.
Yeah.
Like you still have a
Looks
still
like I'm trying to
pretty
fight
sizable amount
for
of
the upper right EC.
bucks. Yeah.
You now have
Ooh,
an
looks
advantage in number of ECs. Hopefully I can get one back. You also have a very large buff, so I'm probably going to lose this one.
Yeah, the buff muckrakers are they're pretty good. All right.
Yeah.
Got the last one.
Like,
That one's gone.
take this round.
I have no idea how we're gonna do here. We don't really like edge corner maps, and we don't know what happens on a low possibility, so it's not too good. Okay, looks like we took the first 2 EC.
Right. This one's all about taking center ECs.
Yeah, because it looks like they're a bit lower, or their passability is a bit better than the edge ones. Ooh. Okay, it looks like we have 3 on the edges, and you have 4 in we both have a decent buff, but oh, you definitely overtook us there, yeah. Seems like we have most of our influence stored in just a few politicians.
All right, and if we speed this match
Oh,
up a
you take
little
game
bit,
two
I
now.
believe goes to Wallable. And now with the 2-1
The internet died
score,
for
we
a
move on
second.
to game 4. Me?
Oh no, I think you're good.
Thank you.
Not sure how I do on this map with no neutral ECs, which I typically rely very heavily on.
Yeah, you're really good at taking the neutral ECs. That's something that always scares me. But I guess we got lucky with this map at least. Everything's pretty much tied. We have a bit of a buff. Seems like we found a few of your Slanders.
It looks like my upper left Enlightenment Center has decided to switch to a Muckraker Rush strategy because it can't defend any Slanderers.
Yeah.
Hopefully it can defend against all the large politicians coming its way, while the bottom right EC is trying to hold on to all of its Slanderers. Still thinks it's worth it.
Seems like a lot of our Muckrakers are just trying to, they're, well, they were going to the top left, which would be a waste of Muckrakers, but seems like
it's another 2-2.
Oh
All
God.
right.
Right, good luck,
Exciting
good luck.
game 5.
There's your neutrals here, so
I'm
it'll
not
be
sure if I
interesting to
like
see.
this map.
Same. All right. All right.
I think my
Yeah, but-
leftmost EC is going to try to hold on to some economy. Oh wait, that's yours. Is color
Same.
switch?
But yeah. Some pretty, oh yeah, your large politician took the
Oh, you have a large Muckraker. Exposing
yeah,
all
the
of my
buff's pretty good.
Slanderers with a large buff.
Let's see if we can take advantage of that.
It runs out before
Your econ is
too
still
much
very
use is
strong. You
made
have a
of
lot
it.
of influence in those like center upper Slanders. Oh, but looks like we might have found them. Yeah.
12
You
buff
do have a
is
lot
very
of
scary.
you have a lot of stuff saved up in your EC, so you can kind of use that still. So it's, yeah, it'll be tough for us to take them because our politicians, they're like pretty stingy with like empowering. So this might actually come down to votes if they're too stingy.
I'm losing on influence now. I'm trying to defend all 3 ECs, but it doesn't look like it's going to be working.
And yep, we do see Kryptonite moving in
Oh.
and taking this game.
Good
So
game.
a close game, guys.
Close match, really
so
made a hard choice. All right.
we will
GG.
see Walla again in the losers bracket. So congratulations to Kryptonite for moving onwards. And next we have, this is the losers bracket now, right? Right, Jerry? All right, I believe
Yes, we are now in the losers bracket.
of the losers bracket. So we have California Road versus Baby Duck.
Oh boy, this should be exciting.
I mean, last day of ranked or last
This
day,
is my
I lost
high
3-0.
quality pixel art, guys. Appreciate it. Okay.
Very high quality, very low passability.
You know what? I think I have a bug where I force build a lot more Slanderers until I reach a certain count and not by turn. So that might be an issue.
We do a similar thing with like politicians.
Yeah, but it looks like Baby Ducks is quickly overwhelmed me already. I think the passability is hurting me. Unless I can make a comeback.
My deepest apologies. Whose map is this, guys? Take a guess.
Yours. Is this the first map we've seen with an odd number of ECs?
I was thinking the same
Oh.
thing.
Oh, that's true. Wow, that's so unique.
Very unique.
I had a few maps in the high school newbie tournaments that had odd ECs, but yeah, I like it. It's kind of funny. When you have an odd number, then you have to fight for it.
Duck definitely takes this. I have no more ECs.
An odd number of ECs means like it's really hard for there to be equal ECs on both teams.
Yep. And now we go to game 2. This map is called Jerry is Evil because I'm convinced that Jerry is evil.
Well, that's a lot of low passability.
Due to the lack of colors, there's not much we can do. Okay.
High passability and low passability in one map.
Interesting. Well, I think I might lose because my second EC is having trouble already. But I
Yeah,
have
looks like we
You
also
took an
got
early lead
to
on
neutrals faster.
income, and you've hit a couple Arslanders, but doesn't
it
look
looks like
enough. Yeah, we're just ahead.
I have 4 more muckrakers at the top. They're hitting an unprotected section of Flanders.
Oh yeah.
You took our bottom left.
Oh no. Oh boy, that's
our
really
bottom
bad.
left.
You really took out a lot of our stuff.
Yeah, but I have a lot of politicians in the middle that aren't doing anything.
No, we can still recover. No, it's close.
Yeah. As long as I can
Quite
keep
close
my
game.
Flanders alive, then maybe. But somehow you guys are making more income than me still. So that's unfortunate.
I mean, we
But
just rebuilt our income after you killed it. I think we had money left over.
I keep
Those
hitting you
center
guys.
neutrals are flipping so fast.
Yeah,
It's
but
pretty
you guys
exciting, that center battle. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's also exciting when you suddenly have one red and one blue in the middle. Okay, looks like
Oh, we
have
got it
overwhelmed.
finally.
Yeah, I don't handle defense very well, unfortunately.
So this is the
Yeah,
final
so
Pretty
that
phase of
scared
one
with
here,
that one Raker.
you like took all our Slanders there. Our Slanders do run away from Rakers that have been seen by anybody. Like all our bots communicate about wherever they see enemy muckraker, and that like propagates through all of our units. Not unit to EC comms, but unit to unit comms. But I think there just literally was no robots that noticed your muckraker until it was already next to them and it was kind of too late.
That big muckraker might do something. Oh, it just got hit. Unfortunate.
You like took back the lower EC. It looks pretty even right now.
Well, the problem is
we're
have
up a
lot
ton
of
of money
small
though.
politicians.
We
a lot
have
of big
like look at the money. We have like 5 times as much dollars. So
probably a bug. I'm not sure why. I'm not trying to keep up the income, but this looks like it's gonna be game 3 for Baby Ducks as well. Yep. GG, well played.
GG.
Good game to you too.
Good game. Congratulations to Baby Ducks for continuing moving through the losers bracket. And
congratulations to Chop Suey, also known as California Roll, for placing 9th in the Battlecode finals.
now we continue going through. We have Nikola versus Three Musketeers.
We're not great on low passability maps, so on this one, I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Nikola's econ is super strong, so looks like we're rushing the middle first, which is good for us.
It's definitely a good sign. With an odd number of towers, getting that middle one is really important. But looks like we just lost it again.
Yeah, we see a battle in this middle EC, the odd number.
Yeah, but I mean, Nikola has way more influence than us because we'll never find those Slanders that are behind the low passability squares.
Only we had stones flanking.
All right, and as we sort of saw coming, Nikola takes this first game.
I have a feeling this game is going to go exactly the same way. That blue tower in the back is just going to make more money than our red tower that's behind the Jerry. So they're right now it's looking even though. But yeah, we stopped making Slanders after a little bit and they continue.
It's 1-1 in the center.
Yeah.
But he's got the bottom left, which isn't good.
Yo, you got both now.
Yeah, I mean.
But it's switching back and forth very quickly.
Yeah, we don't have enough influence to survive, and we're not going to find those Slanderers in the back there. So
we had a big buff for a brief moment, but couldn't really convert.
Yeah, income is important. The votes are super close though. But we'll see if it actually becomes decided by votes. Yeah, we see the army growing larger and larger on Nikola's side.
I have a feeling we're about to get sweeped.
Yeah, he's just going to bring the wall onto the other side.
Oh, Oh wow, this game was actually decided by votes. You didn't get annihilated, but they hit 751 votes, and we reached around 1500. So, voting is important, guys. What can I say? All right.
I mean, this one, we have a chance to get around, so it's possible that things could go differently. However, if we can't get to those left bases with big mucks, then it's basically over at that point. So we'll have to see. It seems like in both of those games, getting the neutral centers in the middle didn't matter too much, as at one point, Nikola just had like 10 times as much influence as us, and then at that point it was kind of over. So.
Yeah, and this game once again goes to Nikola, and congratulations to Nikola for moving through the bracket.
And congratulations to Three Musketeers for placing 9th in the Battlecode final tournament.
Yep. Everyone for making it this far is already a great achievement. We know how much work it takes to even get into the finals. And now we will continue. We have Monty versus Smite.
Yep. Cool. So we actually have a hard-coded build order for the first few turns. I don't know how low train's going to handle us too well. Generally, we tend to do a little better in the early game, especially taking those neutral UCs. So this is probably not a good sign that we're already behind. At this point, we're probably just going to get steamrolled since we don't have as much effort into our mid-game economy.
Yeah, the low passability is actually pretty good for us because we did a decent amount of our testing on map test small and made our the radius of our defense and our little slander circle actually adjust for passability, because otherwise they go much too far out if we hadn't had that.
All right, and I believe this game will go to Monkey. And now onto game 2 of, I don't even know which round this is anymore. Somewhere in the losers bracket.
Again, probably not a great map for us. Those middle ECs are just not very valuable, and our economy is probably not good enough to kind of hang on to longer games right here.
We did scout out those middles pretty late though, which could come back to bite us.
I was about to say, it looks like our scouts ran past that middle without seeing it.
We each have one of them right now. We're kind of trading it back and forth. We have a small influence lead, but our muckraker, okay, he got to the middle, but it's kind of just stalling out there, which is a problem that we sometimes have. Our big muckrakers can get stuck on the central ECs instead of moving on to the slanders in the back. But it looks like
some big muckrakers cheat us on the left.
Yeah, I think we had a 5-point something buff there for a second and managed to capitalize on it.
All right, and now we do see that Monkey will be taking the second game as well. So the Animal Kingdom seems to be doing pretty well right now. Onto the third map, which is Saturn.
So again, another big map with low terrain and not much possibility, which is again probably pretty bad for us. Our only real hope is if we get a couple of those ECs early and get an edge on that. But it looks like it's about even, which is probably not good enough.
We have an influence lead. You guys have a lot of muckrakers sort of in the middle of our collection of bases. So we're going to need to clear those out. Which it looks like we're starting to be able to.
There's a couple of big muckrakers on the top that are looking pretty scary that I don't think we defend too well against.
Yeah. Now that we've seen your back ECs, that should be
In
Yeah, there
general,
we
I think these low passability maps are not something a lot of teams planned for.
Well, looks like that's game. So another one for the Animal Kingdom. Thanks everyone for a good year.
Yeah.
Right,
GG
and
guys.
congratulations to Monkey.
And congratulations to Smite for placing 9th place in our Battlecode finals for this year.
Alright, I am stealing the screen back. So for our next match is Wallable versus Confused.
Yeah, Walla is pretty scary. Our team does not have very solid defense against muckrakers. Yeah, we're fighting for like the middle EC. So maybe this will turn out good for us. Or actually,
I
they took it
managed to
back,
get the middle EC, but they're getting it back. They now
That's
have
a-
influence.
I think
advantage.
while actually changing to eco is better for our team because like we do much worse against like the muckraker spam than like politician spam. So maybe this game will turn out good for us. So we managed to convert one of the original ECs. They only have one EC left on the right. Yeah, and I think we'll be able to overwrite them. Yep.
Oh, and this first game will go to Confused. Congratulations. And now the second map.
Another map with ECs on
very
low
similar to
possibility.
first map.
Yeah.
So hopefully it goes similarly, but there's like, I'm not sure how the middle fight will go.
Me neither. My right EC is probably going to produce Slanderers like crazy
Mm-hmm.
because the defense is very easy on that side.
So
And
our
it will
Slanders are not very well protected right now. So if like any Mux gets past, then I think that might be a very bad hit. The game froze. I'm not sure.
It
what
also
happened.
froze for me.
Oh, is it freezing?
Stuff happened, and then we
Wow.
took over
Unfroze.
the
I
middle
have the
EC.
bottom EC.
Yeah, and then if that bottom EC produces a lot of Mux, and then my Slanders on the left get overrun, then
Well, it looks like I'm taking your Slanders.
yeah, this is not looking good.
I should now
And
have
then-
the money lead and be able to convert your ECs. Although I'm having quite a hard time doing so with the high possibility tiles in between. My ECs are probably miscalculating the amount of time it takes to reach your ECs, and so
Well, I think we only have one EC, and then we only have one EC and it's completely surrounded. So and then you guys are already high on votes. We only vote we only vote when it's like around 400, 500. I don't think votes matter that much, contrary to Elizabeth's explanation. But yeah, I
Alright,
think that's
so-
1-1.
1-1. Amazing. Let's see if we get a game 5.
Again, not sure how this game ever since Walla changed their strat, I'm not sure how games will go against them.
it looks like I've got the neutrals, although they're taking it back. I have to take them back very soon, otherwise they're going to gain an advantage.
So it's 3-4-1 or 3-4-1 or it's 4-4-0. I say we're fighting back.
All of the
decently.
ECs are switching teams very fast.
Yeah.
Very difficult to tell what's going to happen. Although I now have more influence.
My original ECs are getting surrounded by politicians. It's completely blocked off actually. Oh, but it's like switching sides. Oh,
It
but you have
looks
a
like
very
I've
large
taken
buff.
all of the ECs
Yeah.
now.
Alright, so congrats to Walla. And now, is this the
Oh,
first time
this
we saw this in this round?
Yeah, this is the
I think
first
it is.
map, isn't it?
Let's see
The first
if
time we
my
see
EC
Ed Carter
economy
round.
is going to
Yeah.
defend very well. I'm
Maybe
trying
maybe
to
if
convert
we
the center now.
maybe if we manage to take the center second, then we'll have yeah. So right now we took over the bottom one, but I don't think we managed to take over the top one. Or maybe they're coming. Okay, but they're like constantly switching. I think both of us try to prioritize fighting for nearest ECs.
You have very large muckrakers trying to
Yeah, but
invade
they're
into
not
my.
walking the very optimal path, and they're just dying. A
I
lot
have
of
an
stuff
influence lead, although you
happening on
have a
the
lot
top
more.
right. So another our ECs are once again. I think that's a bug because we only have like 100. So I think this is going to be a loss. Yeah, I'm really not sure what's happening to our slander producing, but yeah, seems like GG.
Good game.
Yeah, pretty close games though. Good game.
All right, congratulations to Walla for winning this match and moving on in the bracket.
And congratulations to Confused for placing in 9th in the Battlecode finals.
All right, just please wait a few seconds. All right, okay, so now we're on to Nikola versus Baby Ducks.
So it looks like we start
Wow, we have
with
quite
a
an
lead
early
influence, but they have
income
a
lead,
big
but
buff. They have a
no,
big
they
buff.
managed to kill a lot of our income. But we seem to own more ECs.
We took the center for briefly.
I think we have a lot of money now. It looks like.
We have a lot of money, and
Yeah,
we're
we
up
have
in
way
EC.
more total influence. Yeah, the center
Certainly,
ECs
we
are
don't
really
have
good
anything
for
to
spawning.
deal with, like being on the corner, but I guess it doesn't actually matter here because the low passability makes it irrelevant.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like we're just going to surround their EC and stall for 1,000 turns.
Yeah.
All right, on to game 2 on Stonks.
Oh, wait, we won on round 1486.
So there's some code we have to do cleanup starting around 1451. So, if we don't if they're like have stupid units left, it'll take a long time.
Okay, so this looks pretty even so far.
Yeah, we're slightly out econing, but it's like really close. Both teams are
Yeah.
terrible taking the neutrals, but
Well, now people have taken them. I
neutrals
think
are getting
looks like we're a
involved
bit up.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. Ours are solid, and theirs seem to be under a bit of contention. Oh, I hope we don't spawn lock our bases with our Slanders. The Slanders have some code to get out of the way if the base gets too surrounded with units, but it doesn't tend to work well if it gets very surrounded with units.
I think more likely they're just going to hang themselves to rakers.
Something happened.
Whoa.
I suspect buff.
Oh, whoa.
That was a very quick taking everything. I suspect buff.
Whoa. We just seem to like get in there, and our Rakers got in really fast and killed some of their early Slanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
like
we have
we're gonna be
tons of
pretty
econ.
advantaged here.
This seems like a very strong position for us.
We also have the center EC, the most important EC.
Uh-huh.
Great. So congratulations to Baby Ducks.
Thank you. And good game to Nikola.
Yes, and congratulations to Nikola for placing 7th in the Battlecode Finals.
Okay, next up we have Walla versus Monkey.
All right, I have a long history of losing to Monkey. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, you used to be a good matchup for us, but that was back before you added economy. And your scouting is pretty scary on these small maps.
I found the neutral ECs first, which should be very good for me. But you got the other two.
We have the income lead.
You somehow exposed.
Though that
Oh,
has never meant that
nice.
much in games against you. But we have the EC lead, which is very good for us. I think we should be able to take this now that we have the center.
Looks like we've boxed ourselves in the corners though. Which is
I'm slowly
definitely not-
taking one EC back, but that's probably not going to last. Yeah, that's that.
All right, on to game 2.
All right, this map's pretty interesting. We'll see who can
With
get
the
their
high
scouts out
possibility-
first.
With the high possibility, I might overproduce Slanderers here, but the defense should be very solid because my reaction time for defense is very slow, and I'll be able to detect and fight back faster.
It looks like you've both seen the neutrals. Will, it looks like he'll be faster to those side ones. We'll see if our politicians can take him when they get over there. Oh, we got one. That's good. If we can defend it. We got, yeah, it's one each on each side, but he's taken back one on the top right. It looks like we're kind of splitting it so far. Although Walla does have an income lead by quite a lot, actually. That influence graph going up and to the right. And this looks pretty bad for us now.
Although there is quite a bidding war going on that we seem to be losing.
All right, tied as 1 apiece.
All right, small maps like this are pretty scary. That muckraker is, oh wait, that's our muckraker actually. But he's got a pretty big buff.
That's interesting.
And-
We both captured one of each other's like starting ECs at the same time.
Oh wow, if we can take that center one and hold it, then we may be okay here.
Looks
We're
like I'm
up on
trying to convert the
influence.
center one back.
Yeah, we're up on influence, but there are a lot of muckrakers around. This is a classic Wallalo game where the influence doesn't matter. But hopefully it'll matter at least a little bit if those politicians can get out from the low passability area.
I need to get muckrakers to your very last base that's still producing Slanderers. Otherwise, you're going to constantly have an income lead.
Yeah, and it looks like we were able to capitalize on it. And they're in control of 5 of the ECs now.
It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to take those back.
Quite an interesting ecograph for us. Up and down.
Yeah, this is the real GameStop map.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think this one will go very well for us. This is the
You can
ECs
make,
are very close to
more
each other.
muckrakers. I'm sending large politicians out to capture the upper bases.
Ours
you're
are
right.
following behind. If they can,
You have
they took
almost
one,
a
but you
six,
took it back
and
pretty
now it's a
quickly.
I think the politician buff doesn't. It means influence doesn't matter at this point.
Hopefully I can win on unit count, even though you have more influence. I'm slowly gaining the influence lead, and it looks like I've taken it.
Yeah, this one's pretty done. All right, now we get to see the 5th map. What will it be?
It's going to be 2-2 again. Why are all of my games 2-2?
Ooh.
Okay, Saturn. I actually don't know which way this will go.
It's lagging for me, so I can't see the map.
You took the center
yeah.
ones early.
Definitely got the center ones earlier. You might convert them back, though.
Yep, there goes the top one.
We've got a pretty decently sized buff here. Influence is almost dead even though.
You might convert the bottom EC, which it looks like you've done, but I got it back.
If we can get muckrakers. Oh, there they go. There's that one big one on the bottom left. The hero for us.
I have one politician to try to destroy that, and it looks like it's...
Yeah, with the 2.8 buff, it's pretty hard to win trades. Oh, now it's a 23, 26.
Oh, wow.
Wow, quite
That
a
was
end game.
very close game and very close series.
Very close. Good game, good game.
Good
GG.
game.
All right. Congratulations to Monkey for winning 3-2. And good job to Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Very
Yep. And congratulations to Walla for placing 7th in the final tournament. So from here, we're going to be moving on to the quarterfinals, or if you're using a different base of indexing, you may also call them the semifinals. And so to begin the semifinals, so let's begin the semifinals or the quarterfinals.
Okay, so we're starting off the quarterfinals with Malice Fat Cats versus Producing Perfection.
Oh boy, it's the Fat Cats.
Well, usually our games are pretty even. They already found our base and took a pretty big hit on our economy.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can fight back.
Waffle seems to be helping.
They actually also got...
The income lead is very significant. That's promising.
And they took it really, really fast. Well, GG.
GG, first game.
And yet again, we're on Bad Snowflake. Except this time it's blotches.
We took the control of one of our ECs on the very top. Hopefully, the unit advantage at the early game is gonna make us translate into a little bit more of pressure.
So unless something drastically changes, the income per turn is interesting, but you still need that EC.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for us in this game.
Oh wait, I totally forgot that I'm on red. What the heck? Oh my god, I can't.
So it seems that we have to rely very heavily on micro in this game, but it doesn't seem it's working because we have like 2 huge muckrakers in our base. And you've taken already all the ECs, so I think this game is also for PP.
Oh man, oh, we're back on Saturn. Oh boy, EC is already claimed. But our top left muckrakers are doing some good work.
Mallet seems to have the EC advantage, but we have the influence advantage. However, since they have so many more ECs, well, when they did, I think they would have had the slight advantage here. Yeah, and now I think they're just gonna win.
Yeah, this is it's quite unfortunate.
It seems that Mark Rush at the very beginning really does hurt us a lot. If we
That
manage to
first
come back from that.
EC, yeah, I feel like that first EC you guys claimed was the difference. You guys claimed it way earlier.
Whoa. Okay.
What?
So yeah, I rotated the map.
Oh, I see.
Hey, how do you do that? I just never figured out.
You press Z.
Okay, Gaurav. You
Very
guys can't
intuitive.
do all these shortcuts
Oh,
that you didn't tell me about.
Our bottom left mucks were doing a lot of damage to their Slanders.
Okay, so we got quite a bit of buff going. Oh, 3 ECs. This is very promising. So now we just
seems
have to
that-
hope that we don't bug out.
Or get destroyed by some big muckraker, which we are in the bottom right.
Oh snap. You know, if the bottom left gets claimed, it's kind of, this must be a lot
If
of,
we get the bottom left, it'll be good for us. Oh, I think we're gonna get it.
Well, GG's, PP.
huge EC.
GG.
It was not actually an upset.
game.
It was pretty even on the stream server.
So you guys dominated that scrim server at that, what, 2300, 2200 elo? That was crazy.
That's pretty close.
Oh, GG.
3-2. Jeez. All right, good game.
This is a tough matchup.
Right. So next up we have Chicken versus Kryptonite.
I'm definitely a bit nervous about this matchup because our win rate against Chicken has not been pretty good. I think it's like 1 in 29. So we'll see. Chicken definitely has a lot stronger economy right now, and you can see that taking effect probably because they're sending pretty large politicians over. Both teams have a very minor buff. Oh, looks like we found a couple, but they're able to stop us from taking any more, and it looks like they're going to be cleaning us up. So first game goes to Chicken. I think the issue for us against Chicken is they have a very strong eco early, but they're also able to defend it very well against our like muckrakers, including our like buff ones. So it's a tough matchup for sure. Although they don't seem to be voting, but even if they don't put in any more votes, I think it's fine for them because if I remember in the quals, they just all explode on like 14. Oh, and that's game 1. All right, so this is like bad snowflake v2. Let's see. Both of us have seen the neutrals. Or I'm not sure if they've seen the bottom left one, but we'll have to see. We've both spawned relatively large politicians, and definitely their econ is pretty strong, pretty sizable. Gonna be tough to catch up here. Game 2 to Chicken.
Yep, now we're on to game 3 on Saturn.
So they've taken one more neutral than us. Our pathfinding's a bit slower than theirs. They're definitely econ. You can see we are not very greedy with our Slanders. Definitely should be more greedy in the future, but that's okay. Yep, they've taken all 4 neutrals, and it's only a matter of time for them to clean the rest of our units up. Good game, Chicken.
Yep. Congratulations to Chicken. All right, now we have Mouths, Fat Cats versus Monkey.
Right. One animal must go home, and it will probably be us.
I'm really sad that we have to face Monkey. These games are also pretty even on the stream server.
I don't know about that. We'll occasionally take a game off you guys, but it's pretty rare. Or I don't even know if we've ever beaten you.
We do have an influence lead, but we've had influence leads against you before. And your pathfinding is very, very good. You can just apply your influence so much better.
So it seems that there's a fight for the middle ECs, and they just change teams like crazy.
Yeah, the influence starting to even out. We do have a vote lead, so if it stalled out like this forever, that would be good. But you found our top EC.
Oh, that might be game breaking right now.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, the recapture.
So our bot specializes in like mid-game aggro. So I think most of the maps here are not very good for us, but this in particular is pretty good because it's like middle size and there's enough possibility. This one's probably terrible.
Oh, another
This,
cross map.
Although we managed to
Someone's
take
going to
out
win
some Slanders.
Yeah, you got the top neutral first. And I think your politician and muckraker flood is probably going to be too much for us here.
Oh, that scary huge muckraker, but I don't know how it got torn down.
Yeah, the mid game's just too strong. Well, that's kind of terrifying.
GG's. Oh, this map. I'm really
Right,
like clueless about what can happen here.
Give us some stonks.
Like really, I believe that all the teams that remain are like really, really strong teams, and like games can go like any side.
This one, we do the best versus you guys when there are low passability squares in the middle like this. But you're scouting things out, it looks like much faster. But if we can use that as kind of a buffer to stall out your attack, then we could have a chance. But you guys found the neutrals much, much faster. So we really need those guys in the bottom left to get some work done, which it looks like they are, but we'll see how long that lasts. This is pretty good for us. We've gotten most of those
And
neutrals in the
neutral
corner.
ECs, so, and you have like huge muckrakers attacking our base. So I don't know how much can we stand against all this flood of units.
I think our only hope to win this game will be to hold out till turn 1500 and win on votes.
But you have like all the politicians in our base.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah, if those guys can get through with that buff, yeah, I think this should be pretty good for us.
Quite a lot of politicians up there.
Yeah, it's a pretty big crowd. Yeah, as soon as RECs don't actually communicate with each other, so the politicians or muckrakers from one EC actually have to see targets individually in order for them to target. So you'll sort of see uncoordinated waves sometimes of a lot of them turning around at once, but not all of them.
Occasionally
like
it
this will
works to our advantage though, and we can apply pressure to 2 targets.
This map's pretty interesting. It has some low passability squares, but it also somewhat operates like a high passability map because of the path through the center, especially with your very good pathfinding. So we'll have to see what happens. We have a slight influence lead, and we were able to take the center, but you guys have some pretty large politicians coming down on the bottom right, which you were able to retake with.
Some scary muckrakers that you sent there.
Yeah, as someone was saying earlier, often it's better to be the second one to the middle bases, because your opponent will drop it to low influence and then you can take it.
So it seems that this is a game again that we fail to be very aggressive on mid game because of the passability of the map. So it doesn't look very good for us as well. Like we usually have like a much smaller eco than every other team, but we send more units.
Yeah, your micro is very good though. We've had games against you like the one that was, I think it was called Find Your Way on the scrimmage server, where it was like these long, narrow paths like this, where we had an influence lead for most of the game, but you guys could beat us out because of your superior micro, which it looks like it's pretty stalled out right now, where we have more influence, but you guys are using it a little better. But the influence graphs just diverged pretty largely. And now that we've taken your base, looks like this will be game.
So we go to game 5.
Oh boy.
A surprise, to be sure.
Oof, another game
Mario.
with very high possibility. We really don't like this kind of maps. I thought the design is very nice.
Look at how
You
much
took the
faster-
center AC first, but we were able to retake, which has been pretty good for the retaking team in the past, but now you've retaken. But those flanking muckrakers could be a bit of an issue. We do actually
It
put
seems that
defenders behind our slanderers.
Yeah, the real
It seems
big
that we
thing
got like a very good buff.
was scouting, so you capture the middle second. Uh-oh, that's not looking good for us.
Oh yeah, that's probably it.
Oh,
That mid-game
yeah,
aggression
yeah.
on the bottom left.
It seems that we did manage this time to get through. Yeah. Oof, so
One animal had
very
to
close
fall. Good
games.
game.
Well, good game. You have a really, really good bot.
Congratulations to Alice Fat Cats for winning in the 5th game.
And congratulations to Monkey for placing 5th place and putting up a very tough fight against Malika Fat Cats in this game.
Okay, now Kryptonite versus Baby Ducks.
I believe we are like slightly, or maybe more than slightly, not
Kryptonite's
favored
definitely
based on-
favored in this matchup.
Okay.
But
based on
we'll see how it
recent
goes.
scores,
We're
I
up on income early. That's a good sign.
Yeah,
Equal on
sometimes we
ECs.
invest
We're
in
down in
large
EC.
politicians to take the neutrals a little too quickly. It kind of cripples our income.
Yeah, but ECs are very important. So
That's
that
true.
might-
Yeah, I did a bunch of tweaking on taking neutrals late because I was realizing that taking a neutral with a $500 politician as soon as you can legally afford it is kind of bad, actually.
Yeah.
It's
agreed.
tricky. I'm really not sure what the right answer to this is. Like, clearly taking like $50 neutrals right next to is good, and taking $500 ones across the map is bad. But I don't know
Yeah,
what the
that's for sure.
right in between is. And we'll see.
Seems like in this matchup though, your econ is definitely advantageous a lot. We
Whoa,
can't
we-
seem to find your slenders, which are really like smartly hidden from us.
Yeah.
on the right wall.
This is that unit-to-unit comms. All our units in the front are yelling about the muckrakers in the front and propagating it backward.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it looked pretty scary for us in the first half, but
We were up on income the whole time. I think it was just like generally. I think they're just too expensive neutrals to take early.
Yeah.
This will be exciting.
This is an interesting. Yeah, I'm not a big
I
fan
hate
of cross
cross-stitch maps, and our bot is kind of dumb on cross-stitch maps. But
yeah,
you know,
we like.
I
we were
mean,
similar to.
this isn't quite cross stitch, right? The end.
It's
ECs
not
aren't
quite. The
like,
ECs are not in
literally
vision range of each other.
Yeah.
They're like 2 tiles out of vision range, which is actually pretty different.
It looks like one of our big politicians got confused and tried to head to your side, but then it changed its mind. Okay, you guys definitely have a strong eco lead. I think it's gonna be tough for us to find your slanders because just have
They
how
again
the,
have successfully hidden themselves in the corner. Oh no, you have one. You have one big muckraker there that's hitting them. Oh,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
no, that's pretty scary. It took out over $1,000 worth. But that's not enough.
Oh, we're getting big buff too, though. So
It's true. But now you're saying some pretty large politicians. It's looking a bit rough
Yeah,
for
our
us. For sure.
slanders are finally converting over, and so now they can just stream in.
yeah, I think one of our like most effective recent changes was just making our politicians more aggressive.
Yeah, I
especially
think
when
they now have
convert from
code. If they
slanders.
haven't seen an enemy recently, they just walk towards the nearest known enemy.
Okay, stonks. Let's see it. It's probably a tough map to attack on for our muckrakers. We really rely
Yeah,
on.
I feel like we're
getting
pretty
the
favored with the
exposed.
higher econ here.
Yeah, we really should be more greedy. Like we were considering being more greedy, but we didn't have enough time to test it. We just didn't want to make too many changes. But yeah, the econ is really paying off for you guys now. Although neither of us have really taken the neutrals yet. I don't know if we've even seen them actually. But that's interesting.
We've definitely seen them by now, but here we go. We're
Yeah,
going.
we're
towards
sending
up
some.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we took those 2 up there, and they're already producing us more.
Oh, it looks
econ.
like we're
You're
taking the
charging
others
us now.
too.
But yeah, we just have way too many of them now. It's such a slow map. Like, you have time for your slanders to convert the politicians before you get attacked on this map most of the time.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, it just takes 300 rounds to get there if you just walk through all that impassable terrain.
Seems uncharacteristic for a map based on GME stonks.
GG.
Good game.
Well, GG's.
Good game.
Great. Congratulations to Baby Ducks.
And congratulations to Kryptonite for placing in 5th place for the final tournament. So I think this now takes us to the next round, which will be the semifinals of the entire tournament, which is also the finals of the winners bracket. So whoever wins this round will earn a place in the grand final match of the entire tournament. So we're going to start with the semifinals now.
Okay, our first semifinal, Mouth Fat Cats versus Baby Ducks.
Well, this is where it ends.
Oh, it doesn't end here because in this map, I think it favors the one that has the most economy, and that's usually not us.
That is.
Oh,
fair.
that's true. Yeah, like this map is a pretty brutal map on rushes. Although you'll probably take the neutrals way sooner than us, and that might give you enough. Like, we find the neutrals in round 200, we take them on like round, I don't know, 350 or something. You'll probably be there long before us.
Yeah,
Well,
we only send out politicians.
I guess you haven't found them either. It's round 300. You haven't taken them yet.
It seems that our big politicians are not big enough to take. We're taking them.
Yeah, we build politicians that are sized exactly equal to the neutral size plus the empower tax.
We usually
Oh,
do the
but we're
same.
getting. Oh, you took back that neutral on the top.
And you have a huge buff.
Yeah, that's pretty rough for us.
Pathfinding is pretty rough for us too. Like you're using much better. You're taking much better use of the like low passability areas to move around.
Yeah, but I guess we're still sustaining a higher econ than you. And it
And
looks
now
like
you
your
have-
buff is like faded away mostly without anything terrible happening.
This might come down to votes.
It might
Because
actually.
it's a slow map.
Oh, it's totally gonna come down to votes. Yeah, I don't think anyone can overpower fast enough here.
Well, we're pretty much screwed if it goes to votes.
751.
Yeah, it's true. We have gotten our votes already in.
And yeah.
Oh, it
and
looks like
all
you
the
sort of run out of
units
steam as well, even if we don't. No, maybe we will finish you off.
A pretty sizable buff.
Okay, yeah, we'll finish on round 1451.
Good game. That was close.
Yeah.
Good game.
Well,
Then
this open map
hopefully this map is
certainly.
better for us. Because it,
Yeah. Also, like
suspect we're
pathing
gonna
around the
get
edges is
flanked.
really good here, so I'm definitely worried. But we do have the econ
we're up
advantage
on
now,
ECs.
and our ECs are like doing all right. We're down on ECs, but it's not terrible.
Oh, right. I forgot we're red now, not blue.
Yeah, we're red here. Like, we're only down a little bit on ECs, and we still have the econ advantage.
We tied up the ECs now, unless my stream is just laggy.
Yeah. It's been
Well,
off and
now we're
on.
down
That
again.
bottom one's been flipping a bunch.
Yeah.
We can't seem to hold it consistently, but we have had. Oh, but no, our econ seems to be doing a little less great now. It's holding on. What a close game this is. Wow.
I think it looks like probably we're just not going to be able to retake that bottom EC.
Yeah,
and
I
we'll get
don't
spared too
expect us
soon.
to ever push through, and hopefully we'll be able to at least hold out, because we definitely
took
have
it
the
now.
vote win.
We took the bottom. Oh, now we lost it.
Oh well, we have both bottom and top now. That's pretty good. That's exciting.
Oh, it seems
And
that our
we
bot
have
lost
a
the
big
field.
muckraker inside on the bottom. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was huge. Yeah, that big muckraker down there means y'all can't build slanders anymore.
And we took that
Wow.
EC.
Another really
Wow.
close game.
Oh,
What a
GG.
game. GG.
Yeah, we
Good
usually
game.
like, since our economy is not that strong, if we lose the fuel that we have at the very beginning, it's usually a loss.
Huh. So on this map, amusingly, I think that the vertical distance is shorter than the horizontal distance because of the passability.
Yeah, the horizontal distance adds like what, 20 or something?
20 to the
Yeah,
bottom.
I
I'm
think it
not
adds
sure
about
at the
20.
top.
So
Oh
hopefully the
man, yeah,
flanking.
our top right's coming under attack here. I'm pretty scared for it.
Huge buff for you guys.
Oh whoa, oh 3x. Ooh,
Well, now
oh
we
we
have
have
a
a
buff.
3x. Wow.
Lots of
Oh,
buff.
oh no,
Whoa,
oh no,
whoa,
that's
whoa,
not
whoa,
good.
whoa, whoa.
That's
Oh,
bad.
that might
That's
be
really
it.
bad. Oh
Hopefully
no.
we can keep up.
Yeah, that might be it here. Oh yeah, you're gonna overwhelm our top. We don't have anything defending it anymore.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and your
Rip.
If it's
econ is
3-1,
better
there's
now
no way you
too.
can recover. Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, our games are
GG's.
decided like pretty early on. If we can't finish you, oh, this is probably GG for us. Like
Oh man.
the passability
Yeah,
here is just too
this
low.
map, these are, just like 200 tiles away from each other.
But it's like we're not gonna get to you, so you can build like all your economy. So unless something really crazy happens, I think this is also our loss. Like
Oh,
no neutral
maps.
ECs.
Maps
So
win
one
games.
tricky thing about low passability for our econ, which can be both good or bad depending, is that low passability ECs mean we have a very low threshold for going 100% econ, like building basically exclusively slanders. I think that threshold is literally as long as we have a dozen politicians on the map, we'll build only slanders.
Oh, I see.
This is not true on high passability. On high passability, we'll need like 50 politicians on the map before we'll do that.
Oh, and also our flanking slanders are just getting caught on like super high passability terrain.
Yeah.
So it does seem that you can reach it with politicians because you let them through, but not our Slanders.
Yeah, we don't care about killing politicians that come at us. We just ignore them. Oh, we've seen a couple of your muckrakers and our Slanders have run away from our base.
Oh, you already
they're
took the other
pretty
base.
safe on.
Oh yeah, we just took their base.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Wow. Okay. Pretty unexpected, in my opinion.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
y'all are
I was
definitely
kind of
favored against
expecting it
us.
from the maps. Well,
Yeah,
GG.
that's fair.
game.
Maps,
Good
maps
game and
really
very
decide
well
things.
fought.
Yeah.
Well, good game and good luck on future games.
GG.
Thank you.
So
And congratulations to Mallet Fat Cats for placing in 4th place and putting up a very, very tough fight against Baby Ducks in that match. So just a correction, we're actually starting the semifinals now. So now the winner of this team will advance to the grand final of the tournament.
all right, our first semifinal, Producing Perfection versus Chicken.
This is pretty scary. Chicken has not lost a single game in this tournament so far.
For sure. These are you getting cast?
I believe
My roommates are here.
I believe the PP team is really good right now. As you can see, red is producing pretty good economy compared to the blue, and chicken is really struggling on the economy side. And then on the total influence and both sides, red is also taking the lead right here. Honestly, it's looking like a pretty clear win for the P. Oh, and then the blue team takes over a little bit on the influence side, but PP comes back with the economy right there.
Yeah, it's interesting what's going on.
But as you can see, the PP team is already up in the votes, so we're really trying to win over that part.
Wait, what team are you?
Well,
I guess I should root for the blue team then.
Wow, thanks.
Come on, blue. Come on.
All right, PP is really pulling ahead in every category right now. Blue team chicken, kind of struggling in this round, but we'll have to see it to the end right here. Red team pretty much taking over the whole entire map at this point, and blue has been kind of subjected to the left-hand corner right here. Couple politicians getting through towards the red, but you know, we're not going to worry about them. The PP is basically taking over the whole map, and it looks like a pretty clear slide on this one. Thanks, guys.
All right, on to map 2. Good.
Looks like this map is 2 Jerry's from Tom and Jerry. So.
Oh, this is a very good map right now. We love it.
That's right, Zach. And so
hopefully the PP team can not be cheesed in this round, but you know, I think they have a very good chance of winning this one.
Yeah, so if we have PP on blue and we have chicken on the red team, as you can see, we're pretty much even Steven at this point. We do have the blue team pulling ahead in the voting, but red team is pulling ahead inside the economy sector and in the total influence sector. So it'll be a very interesting match for sure, Jim.
That's great. That's very great analysis, Joe. You should keep talking here.
Okay. Anyway, so we see the PP team is really pulling ahead inside of the economy. Wait, no.
You use the same words every time. Can you provide different analysis? You just keep saying pulling ahead the whole time.
I forget
we need some new analysis here.
I forget we changed colors, but PP team actually is.
Wait, so which team are we now?
We're blue. We're up in the voting sector, but we are losing in the economy sector. And as you can see, the total influence on the chicken team is pulling ahead. So we're looking a little rough for the PP team this round. We'll see how much we can recover, or the PP team can recover from this.
Jason, wow, it's not looking very hot for you guys right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
You're sweating right now?
Game 2 is quite
You're
unfortunate.
sweating, bro. We need to cool you down here. Cool you down.
That has some,
Okay.
some sensitive information.
Now we have
Can't leak
PP
those.
on red and Chicken on blue. Looks pretty even, Steven, from the start right here. And we have PP pulling ahead in both the votes. The economy is looking pretty even right now, but I'm sure PP will be pulling ahead a little bit soon. Yep, as we expected, PP is up on the economy side. Influence, we're kind of looking pretty even on there, but then as you can see the votes, PP is pulling ahead there. Chicken doing a good job. Oh, and Chicken just pulled ahead inside the economy sector, and they're ruining a total influence as well. But as you can see, the whole entire map as a whole, it looks like PP has gotten a pretty good control of the map at this point. Oh, I didn't see that. As we continue the match, looks like the PP has recovered in the total influence sector and in the economy sector. It looks like PP might be taking advantage right here, and they do. As you can see, the votes also, PP has been taking up most of the votes in this point. And pretty interesting match. Looks like Chicken might be struggling on this map a little bit, but PP is doing a pretty good job at kind of mitigating any of the attacks that the Chicken team is doing right now.
Oh, snap.
And it looks like the PP team made a good recovery on this round, and we'll be seeing them advance to the next round, of course.
All right, it's 2-1.
Wait, there's still a chance. I see a couple blue guys.
Yeah, well.
Oh, wow.
Okay, now we're on this Mario map. We have PP on the blue and Chicken on the red. Starting out the match, looking pretty even. Blue is producing just a little bit more than the PP team right now, but I guess we are the blue team.
We're blue now.
Oh, okay. So the PP team is doing.
Wait, why do you guys switch colors?
It's to balance. Like that.
Wait, is there different powers between the two?
No, it's
So
just
it's so confusing when you switch colors. I mean,
that's what I'm saying, but.
Anyways, we're going to be looking at the stats here. So PP team is pulling ahead in the voting like the past round. But in the total influence sector, we do see Chicken
red is coming. Red has a whole army though. Guarantee.
Yeah, and also we see that PP is struggling a little bit more on the econ side, but as we expected, usually the PP does kind of want to start to make a recovery midway through the match. We do have a lot of, the PP team does have a lot of reserve people on the side, so we will see hopefully a recovery at this point, but it looks pretty rough right now. Chicken is pulling way ahead in the econ sector and in the influence sector, so looks like the red team, Chicken team, is making their attack right now and pretty much eliminating a lot of this PP team, but looked like a pretty rough round. And it'll be interesting to see what the final round results will be after this. So stay tuned.
Yeah, this looks like solid proof that red has the advantage. So far, red has won every single map. So hopefully we'll win this map.
And as we can see, we are on the inaccurate British flag map.
This is a Hawaiian flag.
PP on the red team, Chicken on the blue. And as we can start out, we can see that red PP is pulling ahead in the votes. And total influence, we see that the blue team is doing a pretty good job there. But we can see that also blue has just fallen in their economy. So hopefully we'll see PP try to rise above in the economy sector as well.
Okay, Mr. Commentator, we have a couple comments in the chat here asking why you think this map is inaccurate. Can you give a brief description and commentate a little bit?
I'm just reading the name of the map, actually. It's on the top left corner. It says inaccurate British flag. So I don't know what you guys are complaining about, but yeah, anyways.
Thank you. That was some great analysis.
Looks like PP is
Can we get a play-by-play?
Pretty good job of taking over the map. And as we predicted before, red does have the advantage overall in every single map. So as we expected, PP is pulling ahead as the red team and basically mitigating all of the Chicken's players. So good round. Looks like another clear win for PP.
Yeah, good game, Chicken.
Good game.
Okay. So congratulations to Producing Perfection for pulling ahead in the match. So.
Yep, and now we'll see Chicken again in the losers bracket against the Baby Ducks.
So I guess this
Birds
is a
fight.
rematch of Qualls 2020, right?
If you count us as Battlecode, which would
Either
only be
way,
you.
either way.
Wait, really? Did we face the...
Chicken played Baby Ducks followed by Battlecode in Qualls of 2020.
Amazing.
I did not remember that, but
Okay, it looks like we're up slightly on influence, but it's a close game. Wow, the center is 2-2.
Yes.
It's a
2 in a diagonal.
rare
way, which I
split for
guess
the
is
center in this map.
Exciting. Looks like chickens
lost
pulled ahead.
Oh, we have a bunch of slanders in the middle. That's like kind of bad. They're probably gonna die.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, chicken does too, but they're not gonna die.
They're not gonna die though. That's the problem. Yeah, we lost the center. That's kind of over. We still have a lot of money though, but yeah, we're gonna quickly
Well, we took
lose
one
all
of
that.
the.
Now we have some buff muckrakers
Whoa.
in the middle.
Oh,
getting
we
us.
took one of the corners. Oh no.
No, okay.
Yeah, we got a brief buff that was pretty interesting, but like we're just down too much.
Like the low passability also made it harder to use that buff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
They don't clean up.
Good game.
Yeah, they did clean up. GG's.
Yeah, so far I don't think we've seen a single upset due to failure to clean up on votes. It'd be really funny if that ever happened, but
yeah,
I don't think it's gonna happen. It's a little bit too silly.
Plan for that.
Ooh, looks like we have some muckrakers that are preventing it from spawning any slanders. Wow, the econ is so close here.
Whoa. Oh, we're up a little bit now.
Yeah. We have a back muckraker that's really just digging in.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Oh yeah, it's just going. Wow. Those top muckrakers too. 9, 10. Yeah, that looks like game.
Looks like we are going to pull ahead and take this game.
1-1, maybe? Yep.
Got to go out with that 15x buff. Oh, well, we still didn't clean up, so gotta wait another mini rounds.
Good game.
So far, Red has won every single match.
A classic.
I guess that's why they keep switching it up.
Yeah.
Once again, money is
Battlecode
tied. ECs are tied. Everything seems pretty even here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Looks like both the outer ECs are getting a bit attacked on both sides. Okay, it looks like ours is safe and theirs is less safe now.
Oh, we took the right one. We took the right one.
Oh,
Is
we
this
just
going to
have it
be
now.
a
Wow.
Blue upside? Whoa. Unheard of in
It does
Battlecode.
look like it. As long as we don't like hang a large ball of slanders, I think we have it here.
Oh, we have a big buff.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're just cleaning up a giant ball of slanders, so naturally we get a giant buff while doing so. Oh, this is the odd ECs map. Odd ECs are exciting.
Well,
looks like our muckrakers are being much better at getting over to their side than theirs are getting over to us. And so we've already denied them spawning of slanders around one of their bases. Getting a small advantage on econ there, but it's growing a bit.
I think more important is our advantage with the center EC. We took that pretty early and haven't lost it yet.
Yeah. I think actually most of this was the fact that early their muckrakers never found us and we like found them early. So they actually got denied a bunch of econ early. Like otherwise, they probably could have built a politician and like gone back and attacked the center. But now, I think we just have too much money and too secure of a control there. Oh man, yeah, we took one of their home ECs.
Does look like there will be no upset this time, and red will take the victory. It's like that is GG.
GG. Wow.
Oh, good game, chicken. And those are some very exciting matches. Well
Yeah.
fought.
GG's.
Congratulations to Chicken. Congratulations to Chicken for placing third in the Battlecode final tournament. And congratulations to Baby Ducks for advancing to the grand finals of the tournament. So before we continue, we're going to bring to you a special address from our gold sponsor, 5 Rings. So 5 Ring, we're very fortunate to have 5 Rings with us as a gold sponsor this year.
Oh, and so here's a little blurb from them. Opportunities are everywhere. The objective at 5 Rings. Find them first and profit from them quickly. We work in teams, quants, developers, traders, continuously designing and optimizing. Strategies are executed rapidly from insight to implementation, often within days or weeks. 5 Rings is a team-first meritocracy built on constant innovation, where motivated, highly analytical individuals can thrive in almost any direction. At 5 Rings, we build a superior team and an open and fun culture. We work together to solve problems. We develop capable minds through strong mentorship. We seek out and pivot towards the best opportunities, and we trade in a multitude of exciting markets, established and esoteric, domestic and international. So on behalf of our sponsor 5 Rings, we also have a special award to one of the teams.
Yes, so this year we also have a special prize sponsored by 5 Rings for the team with the most adaptive strategy. And so although the most direct form of attacking, which is to path directly towards your enemy, can be very effective, sometimes it can be a lot more effective to launch a surprise attack on your opponent in the form of a flanking strategy, as this can often catch your opponent off guard. So this year we had a team spearhead a very effective flanking attack strategy that works on a variety of map terrains. And so this year's 5 Rings most adaptive strategy prize will be going to Team California Roll. So many congratulations to California Roll.
Congrats, woohoo!
I do want to comment, that was mostly an accident, but I just gave it a name.
We would also like to congratulate our other prize winners during the last few weeks. In particular, we would like to congratulate our sprint champion, Super Cow Powers, who not only won the first sprint tournament, but also won the second sprint tournament. And so Super Cow Powers is the champion of both sprint tournaments in this Battlecode. And so now, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and play the final matches of our high school and newbie tournament. So we're going to begin with the high school finals match, which is played between Team I Don't Really Care against Team Java Ghost Hug. So we're going to start with our high school finals.
All right, yeah. So IDRC versus Java Ghost in the high school finals. So, I mean, do we have the teams here to commentate?
We don't have the teams here to commentate, so we will do the commentating for them.
Sounds good. All right. So yeah, this map was created to confound any computer vision that the competitors might have created. IDRC leading an influence as the game begins, but Java Ghost Hug seems to have more map control. Oh, down here, IDRC has now taken all 4 of the ECs, whereas Java Ghost Hug has sort of migrated to the top, and probably will take these to EC soon, so it's hard to tell what's going to happen now. So Java Ghost Hug moving to better pastures. Wow. Yeah. Influence still fairly even. And neither team looking to be creating slanderers at the moment, which so IDRC slowly progressing back up top. And as far as votes go, which may be important, Java Ghost Hug does have the lead, but IDRC seems to be catching up. Both did very small bets, small bids at the moment, though.
Yeah, we see everyone just rushing a very large amount of muckrakers just swarming the map. So I really think this game might come down to votes, which seems less prevalent in our actual US international finals.
Yeah, and IDRC currently alternating between high and low, which isn't going to be sufficient to help them catch up. Yeah. And Java Ghost Hug also pulling ahead in influence. And yeah, we've seen in previous tournaments, Java Ghost Hug's favorite strategy of flooding the map with muckrakers. And that certainly has paid off. On to game 2. So again, this map is unique in how low the influences of the tiles that the original ECs of each team are.
Yeah, we do see both teams starting off with some slanders so they can have some sufficient income to get their army started. But once again, Java Ghost Hug has a large number of muckrakers getting created, whilst IDRC still is producing slanders and generating more income, which I believe might help them take this game.
Yep. So we're now tied at 1 game each. And IDRC wins by votes. Awesome.
We're not biased at all, guys.
Yeah. We just believe that, voting is just...
Voting is important. Yeah, if anyone watched the high school and newbie stream, Garv and I had a lot of fun with it.
It's just a nicer way of winning, right? Than killing your opponent.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, anyways, we see IDRC having a large influence lead at the beginning of this match. Although Java Ghost Hug does build up a large buff because of all the slanders that IDRC has created. Once again, Java Ghost Hug has stopped creating slanders around mid-game, or I don't even notice if they created any in the beginning, but there's not any going around right now. While IDRC still has their farming going on, and they slowly gain control over the map due to their large influence. They're able to empower and take over many of Java Ghost Hug's bases, and yep, the third game goes to IDRC as well. And now we have Blotches, a map of very interesting terrain, as we've seen earlier. We do see some large politicians start to roam around and explore. Once again, Java Ghost Hug with a large number of muckrakers. Although IDRC is matching that, except they also have slanders. So it's pretty similar to all the strategies they have been using in the previous games. Once again, IDRC slanders are netting them a larger influence advantage, while Java Ghost Hug's muckraker rush strat is giving them a larger buff than IDRC. But IDRC's influence once again allows them to take control over more enlightenment centers. But I guess we have yet to see if Java Ghost Hug is able to hold on to their last EC.
Right, so things are looking good for IDRC to win this matchup and win the entire high school tournament. IDRC catching up in votes. And yeah, now has control of every EC. And right, so IDRC wins this matchup 3-1.
Yep, and because because IDRC was in the winners bracket, while Java Ghost Hug came in from the losers bracket. IDRC ends up winning the entire high school tournament. So congratulations.
Yep. Congratulations to IDRC, or I don't really care, for winning the high school tournament.
Despite not caring. Very impressive.
And now we also have, so next up we have the newbie finals. So the newbie tournament is for our first time MIT competitors. And so we have this team coming up from the winners bracket, and we have Snowball, also known as Dollar No-Ball, as coming up from our losers bracket. So this team needs to win one match to win, and Snowball needs to win 2 matches to take the newbie championship.
So this might take a minute to load. So
yep, and so we're just going to load up the newbie finals.
Sorry, I just have to download the JSON.
Yep, just a moment while we get this prepared.
Huh. Oh, I see. It's a .js file. That should be. All right. Okay, so let's.
All right. So starting the newbie finals from this team versus Snowball.
That's not how you pronounce the second team. It's Dollar No Ball.
Dollar No Ball it is.
Okay. Influence fairly equal to begin with. Dollar No Ball with an advantage of 1 EC, or not anymore, both teams taking the EC nearby. There are these 2 center ECs, and each team has taken one of them. This team gaining a lead in influence. Thanks to Dollar No Ball seems to, I think this is true in previous matches as well, produce very few slanderers. So that doesn't help them much in the economy, and this team will take control of this game. Right. Now we have game 2 on Mario. So again, this one of the very few maps with an odd number of ECs, and Dollar No Ball is the first to take that 1 center EC. In the corners, each team has control of 1 EC. And this team, again, racing ahead in the economy. So Mario has proved a good map for protecting your slanderers. So again, this may power this team to the win. This team's having a commanding lead in influence, but Dollar No Ball's muckrakers are looping around. Will they be able to get a sufficient buff to catch up? It doesn't look like it. It looks like all of Dollar No Ball's muckrakers have been stuck on this right side. So this game goes to this team. So this team now just 1 match away. Both teams exploring this top half of the map fairly quickly, discovering the top ECs. And we can expect some politicians to come in soon to take them. And Dollar No Ball is the first to do so. Up top, this team sent some politicians, and now Dollar No Ball has just a 1 EC lead. Influence is fairly equal, this team opting not to produce any slanderers at this point in the game. Dollar No Ball now taking a lead in influence, has the lead in ECs. And it looks like that will give them the game. So this team will have to win one of the next, actually I'm not too sure, but yeah, so on to game 4. on circles. Now, this is a really cool map, at least aesthetically. This team with lead and influence, with a nice stock of slanderers at both of their ECs. And yeah, it seems like Dollar Noval's troops like to stay in this low passability quite a lot. It takes a few rounds for them to be convinced to journey out. And similarly, this team again, just thanks to its slanderers gaining a huge lead in the economy. Currently, Dollar Noval is leading in votes, but we should expect that to change. Yep, this team starts bidding higher amount and now has control of all of the ECs. So this team wins the newbie tournament.
And so congratulations to this team for being the champions of the newbie tournament. And so finally, we're going to have our grand finals between Producing Perfection and Baby Ducks. So Producing Perfection will need to win one match to advance to the final, to become the champions as they advance from the winners bracket, while Baby Ducks will need to win 2 matches to become the champions if they've advanced from the losers bracket. So we're going to start the grand finals.
And welcome to the grand finals with PP and Baby Ducks. And we're off to the races. PP on the red team and Baby Ducks on the blue team.
They actually used the league map.
Oh man.
I'd like to give tribute to I believe it's BK Bish from Team Monkey for making this absolutely beautiful map. It is very unclear if this is like related to you realizing that I like League of Legends because I talk about it a lot on stream, but because I like League of Legends, I made them let me put this map in the grand finals. So.
Looks like we're down a little bit.
Both. It's a very beautiful map.
It is a great map
It's from League of Legends.
Pretty tied. We're up in EC.
We're about to
Yeah, we
lose
started
EC.
down in dollars, but then we just kept gaining income while Producing Perfection seemed to level off.
Yeah,
they have a big muckraker down the south. That's pretty scary there. Yeah, it seemed to take out all the slanders around that base. Oh, but we have ours on the top. Yep, all their slanders are gone now up there.
I feel the urge to try to figure out how to commentate with league terms, but unfortunately I do not know such terms.
Wow.
So we took the top left EC.
Yeah, normally we're not that great at econing, so.
Yeah, it looks like we have a buff, we're up in influence, and we're up in ECs.
Yeah, now we're just rolling ahead in all 3 lanes.
That's what you get for not playing League of Legends, I guess.
I mean, I don't think any of us play League.
I have never played League.
Maybe our bot played some League and got good.
No, they're.
Oh, we gotta take forever to kill that last politician. Okay.
Oh, we're back on this map.
Circles again.
Wait, why is it called
Much
circles?
different map than circles.
Because there's little circles on the map, clearly. Is it
I
obvious?
see squares though. I see squares.
I mean,
as you can see, D-Day,
very low quality pixel art circles are squares.
We are going up in voting. Oh, we'll see. We had a pretty good stockpile.
Oh, okay, so we have a small lead on money here. Oh, it's getting to be a bigger lead on money now. And we also have taken your ECs, or one of them.
Yeah, huge yikes. I also almost forgot that we're on blue now.
Yeah, don't you know red always wins?
Oh, we lost
gained
one
an EC
again.
and then
Okay.
lost an EC.
Yeah, we just have so much money now.
I think one of the reasons we lost this game is because at the beginning we were trying to claim the neutral ECs, and then Baby Ducks immediately reclaimed them.
Oh, the bad flip where you pay $500 to give your opponent the EC.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have special code to deal with this, actually, that if our politician is near a neutral and sees an enemy politician near the neutral, we wait for them to go first.
I think we have the same thing, but we couldn't see your enemy politicians.
Back on Saturn, we see that red. Oh, the economy is not looking good for red. Start out.
Does look like we're out econing. They have a few muckrakers that are dangerously close to us.
Well, we lost on Saturn last time, so
You always win on the voting though, in the beginning, and then
our voting is kind of
the econ is what's struggling, and they're really in the mid game here.
Well,
Yeah, we don't bother voting.
We might recover on the econ side though.
So actually, I updated our voting where we vote as early as around 50, but only if we have at least
okay.
$1,000 banked, which is like not that likely.
So basically never. Yeah.
Empirically, I think it starts voting around round 200, but only by like trivial amounts of like $1 or $2. It'll only put in serious bids starting around 400.
looks like that's a wipe here.
Yep. Our voting algorithm hasn't really changed much since Sprint 1, or like since we first submitted, because we rely on dominating the map to win.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
must have
I
voted
think
pretty
voting usually isn't
aggressively.
important except
Oh.
for. Oh
So
wow!
it looks like we're going to go to the second round of the grand finals, as Baby Ducks had qualified from the losers bracket. So now we're going to have
match point.
Yes, indeed, it's going to be a
Finals.
match point. So whoever takes this best of 5 will be the champions of Battlecode 2021.
Yeah, and one thing to
Exciting.
note is this set of 5 maps is completely disjoint from the previous set of 5 maps because we want the matches to be like, gotta have a point of running the second
Interesting.
round.
Right.
I
New
agree. It would be
maps?
kind
Are
of
we
silly to
seeing
run the same
5
map
new
twice.
Okay, we're not seeing
Interesting.
5 new maps. It seems.
It looks like we're not. I wish we were. It would have been cool to see 5 new maps at the Grand, but
5
I guess
copies
they'll
of
be-
cross stitch.
no, never. I hate cross
PP's
stitch.
going
Cross
ahead in the
stitches.
econ.
Oh, looks like PP is up
surprising.
on econ here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what
Probably
happened is they
because
got
the
some
bases are so
muckrakers around our
close.
base.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get a muckraker too close to our base, we'll stop spawning slanders, and then we lose all our money.
Yeah, that's just
Oh,
what
we
used
have
to
some
do.
slanderers now.
Oh yeah, but it's really bad though,
It's
because we're just
probably
gonna
too
lose that
late.
one on the left, and then we're only gonna have one base. Doesn't really
Oh,
matter.
the PP's
God.
growing on the left side, bro.
Well, unless we can make a
But
neutral.
we took a top one. Look at that. We got the first neutral of the game. Really late if we got one. And our econ's recovering now.
Oh, but they took the
Oh.
neutral as well.
What is happening?
Whoa, this is really close now. Yeah. Oh, we're now in the lead on money. Barely.
But PP is encroaching on that one over there.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Oh
go
no!
top
Oh yeah,
neutral.
PP has the top neutral. That's not good for us.
Both of them, I think.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
surprised
they actually
they're
don't have the
left.
second one yet. The second one's still
Watch the
neutral. It's really funny.
muckraker.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That lonely muckraker on the,
Oh,
the
we
right
took
side.
one of their.
Oh yeah.
ECs.
Oh look at that PP muckraker.
and
It's like
PP
coming
just
in
took
and
over
eating
the
us.
one right there.
Oh no.
Oh, it ate a
Left
4x
side.
multiplier. That's really dangerous. That's really scary. Okay.
Oh,
Looks like we
PP's
didn't
building up a
lose
pretty
all our
big
money
army at
on
the
that.
upper left side, and coming down on the lower left right side. Oh,
We're
and
down
PP's
Okay.
ECs.
recovering right
So
now.
yeah, we're down on
Yeah,
ECs pretty
Baby Ducks is
badly.
recovering. What is
Baby
happening?
Ducks go Vegas the
Oh
whole day.
no. Oh no, we lost another EC. Oh, that's terrible. But we're still up on money
Yeah.
despite being down 6-2 on ECs.
Oh, the book up. I mean, on the right side.
Muckraker.
Hopefully
Oh,
Blue's
there's another big
going
big
down
muckraker.
right
That's
now.
bad news. Bad news.
Oh,
that's
people
really bad.
ahead of
There
the
we
econ by a
go.
lot. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's too
no.
much.
Oh, that's a
White
lot of
us.
people.
Whoa.
You know,
That was
mob
a
rule.
close one.
That was a close one.
Took
Very
I'm
good
surprised how
observation.
long our left starting EC lasted. Given
Yeah,
the-
it got
for it
close to
was.
dead, but then just kept spawning rakers and somehow lived. Okay.
They're back on Mario.
Is there a
Oh,
Waluigi?
we take the
took the
neutral in the
center.
middle first. That's maybe good. I
Looks
don't
pretty
know.
even on the econ side.
Oh
though.
no, then we
it got
lost
retaken.
it.
And then
It's just
retaken
Then we
again.
retook
flipping
it
back and
again.
forth, it looks like.
Well, lots of flipping.
I can't tell what's going on anymore.
Oh,
Still
both teams seem to
two
have
neutrals, though.
some
That's-
muckrakers that are inside the enemy a little bit. No, not so much anymore. Okay. We haven't found our back neutral yet. This is really dumb. It's really bad not having that back neutral.
Oh,
Oh,
PP
that-
found
Oh, we
that
took, we took
neutral.
It's doing a lot of damage.
I think we just haven't found it yet. Like as silly as that is, just none of our units that.
Oh,
Wait,
took
our
basic
Raker
damage
definitely got in
on their
range of
side.
it.
We're
I think
pushing
it's
So it
up.
because
might
we're
have been our-
focusing on the middle.
PP are pulling ahead in the econ with the buff.
Well, it actually might have been the case that the muckraker that found it was spawned from an EC that was captured, in which case it won't communicate anything relevant.
That's
Like if it was spawned from the middle
true.
and the middle flipped back and forth, it would have lost all its data.
It looks like PP is really building up the troops here at this point.
Yeah, PP has it now.
I've never seen a PP grow that fast. Anyways, on to round 3.
On
So we'll have to
to
win all 3 games from here.
Yes,
Yes.
He
that
takes
is correct.
first.
So we're
I
a
mean,
little up on
yeah.
money.
We're a little up on money, although
But-
that our
Oh,
middle
PP
EC
just
is
took
very
a
fake,
neutral.
of
Oh,
course.
we're getting tons of. We got a bit of buff there.
But they got a bigger bit of buff.
Yeah, both teams got some buff, but they got the better end of that.
and
we still have
time
more
to
money.
say.
PP took another neutral though. We have 4 that declines.
That's pretty bad for us, them having 4 neutrals, 4 ECs now.
Yeah, we have
Looks
to
like
take
they
We're
that.
putting
We still have more
okay,
money
we
though.
took a middle.
Oh, we took one back.
their
Oh
EC.
man, we
We
took a
took
buff
their
back.
EC.
Oh, they're buffing.
It's
3-3.
3-3 now. Big
Oh,
buffs to both
God.
teams here. Wow.
Oh, that big muck in the bottom left is not going to be good for us. Because we don't have anything to
Yeah,
defend.
it's just creeping in. Oh, now it's getting in there. Oh, but you have a big buff too. Oh, because you're taking our middle right. Our middle right's falling, I think. Yeah, like your bottom left, while it has basically died, it hasn't literally died yet, and that's a little unfortunate for us because it's gonna cost us a fair amount of units to finish it.
You guys have an insane income.
Yeah, it looks like our very back EC has just really been flooding with slanders and making tons of money.
Oh, we took the bottom left, so it's 3-3
Oh, we finally took
again.
it. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, we're
I
still like
think this
down on
is-
units a bit because we've just been down 4-2 sometimes. But we
Yeah,
are up
but
econ still.
we're up a factor of 2 on money, and as long as we don't like totally fold, I think the money advantage should.
But the PP is coming in from the
Yeah,
left.
PP is coming in, but they're not coming into a place that has any slanders though. And like if they take that base, that's like kind of okay. Still has $2,000 left. That'll be a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
pushing in.
this econ disadvantage is going to be very hard to overcome.
Honestly, still don't have no idea what's going on.
Wow, our politicians have really covered the map here. So I think muckrakers sort of can't exist anymore.
Oh, we briefly took the top right EC, but then lost
Oh,
it.
huh.
Oh, looks like Baby Dex is taking this one.
Whew.
Takes
It's
a
gonna be an
miracle.
interesting game.
Is it really going to come down to the 5th game in the second finals?
Yeah, we only win 3-2s. No, you know. Except for the first map, we went 4-1. The rest of them have been 3-2s.
Well, we still have one more game before that 5th game, so.
Yeah, we gotta get this one first.
Oh.
Interesting open map.
Yep. Oh, I'm a little bit scared of all those mucks coming at our both of our bases, really. That's like
He's
quite
really
a screen.
spreading out into the pushing the blue team right now.
Yeah. Our muckrakers aren't very good at attacking. Their micro for attacking is kind of bad. It just is like
Oh, they're
walk
hitting
towards
the
the enemy
EC.
base. That's all it is. And a little bit of stay away from each other. But
The econ looks pretty even though right now.
yeah, it looks like we held off that early attack. Now we're gaining a bit of money. Oh, there's some
Yeah,
big
maybe
politicians coming at us. Or they're not big enough though. I think that's not going to do anything.
It's gonna have to take
Oh,
a
so we have
big muckraker.
politicians swarming the right base. The right base can't spawn anything productive anymore.
It can still spawn slanderers. Never mind. There's a big slant.
There's a raker
there.
now. Like, yeah. Okay, now, yeah, we seem to have a
Huge.
pretty solid lead at this point.
Sega's
I wonder
gonna.
if we even found that. Like, a lot of our units seem to be milling around, and they're not really attacking yet.
Now
We
they
have a
are.
couple big rakers attacking.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right, comes down to the 5th.
Wow.
Like I said,
Wow.
we only win 3-2s.
Game 10. The last
game 10 of grand finals. Better be cross stitch.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Oh, cross stitch is so stupid.
Oh no.
Stonks. Here we go. Stonks.
Hey, we're not.
Basically, the opposite
Actually
of
gonna
cross
win
stitch.
big money on GameStop.
Yeah, we're gonna get out econ. That's for sure.
The only way we can win this is if we take all 4 neutrals.
So yeah, this is gonna be a question of how long it takes people to find the neutrals here.
We have a muckraker that's kind of going towards one.
We do have a couple that are out there exploring now.
I do
Okay,
wonder
looks like-
how much.
Looks like we
influence the
found them
neutrals.
first, at least. We don't have any politicians going toward them yet, though.
Yeah, it looks like left side PP has some politicians going towards them, maybe?
Yeah, our politicians are gonna take freaking forever to get there because they're so bad at.
Oh, and
the
we got one of the
terrain.
neutrals on the PP side on the left side.
Oh yeah, PP takes two neutrals.
Yep. But
Probably
we have
will
some.
get all 4.
there
We
is
have
a
some
lower left
politicians.
one.
Look, we have a swarm heading for. Oh, we took one.
And
Hey, we
we
took a
have
neutral.
one-
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Look at that little neutral over there.
That's gonna be a huge yikes.
We're going in towards their.
got a
Oh,
second
we just took
neutral.
another neutral. Oh, but we took it back.
Well,
PP
it's
took it
flipping.
back.
Yeah, it's an exciting battle down there, but it looks like we have more stuff over there.
Yeah.
We have
Oh,
the
no.
top right neutral as well.
Yeah, that's
that's
kind of
gonna
dumb.
fly.
one.
We
don't really have
barely had
control over
that.
it. Yeah. But it looks like we've secured the bottom left now. Both of those seem to be ours pretty solidly here.
You know, it's probably gonna have to take a buff to get rid of this.
It's probably not gonna be easy to get a buff in this low pass ability.
I mean, it's not that hard to get a buff. It's just really hard to use a buff. Like, it turns out that you get a buff, your units move about 5 tiles, then you lose the buff.
Oh, huge yikes.
We have some pretty big slanderers attacking, getting us a bit of buff now too.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, whoa.
Oh.
Oh, blue just got a buff. I'm
Big
not
spike
sure
in
where.
I assume from bottom left.
Yeah, our bottom left pile of slanders is real sketchy. It's not well defended.
Well, we survived the buff at least. Like you said, they moved about 5 tiles and then the buff disappeared.
So we are up about 100 votes.
Being up on votes is pretty good on this map because this map is hard to finish off.
Yeah, I don't think our voting algorithm is
It's
like super aggressive.
it's looking not great. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. We just took one of your home ECs. That's a big deal.
And we took one of the neutral.
7-3
and another
on ECs
one.
now.
Yeah, we're getting a buff too.
Yeah, this is not looking good for us. You guys have about 5 times the total influence of us, maybe more. No, like 10 times.
I don't think it's that much. I think the influence doesn't display the first digit sometimes. Like
No, it
blends
displays
in.
all of it. No, it's actually 700,000 to 50,000. It's just that big.
Okay.
Well, that's basically
Well,
GG.
Unfortunate. Yeah, good game.
Yeah.
You have an RC to resign.
I will say these have been incredibly well fought games this entire tournament.
Yeah, these have been some really good games. Very close.
Yeah, I think also the maps have been in general like much different from previous maps. we've
These
seen.
maps are definitely quite the exciting change. Very different than scrim maps.
That's for sure.
Well, congratulations on second place. I wish I could shake your hand on this.
Congrats on.
Congrats.
Yeah, so congratulations on a reverse sweep from Baby Ducks. So congratulations to Baby Ducks for placing first in the Battlecode 2021 final tournament. And congratulations also to Producing Perfection for putting up an amazing fight against Baby Ducks in this very much a marathon grand final match. And so that's all of the games for Battlecode 2021. So thank you so much for participating in Battlecode. It has been an amazing time to run Battlecode with you all. And so thank you again to all of our finalists for being with us here today. So all our finalists were Three Musketeers, Battle Path, Bytecode Mafia. That's supposed to say chicken. My apologies about that. We have Chop Suey, also known as California Roll. We have Gore-Tex, Kryptonite, Mallet Fat Cats. We have Nikola, Producing Perfection, Baby Ducks, Confused, Monkey, Smite, Waffle, and Walla. So congratulations again to our finalists. And once again, on behalf of all of us devs, thanks again to everyone for participating. It's been an amazing experience running the game for everyone and to get to know everyone. We'd also like to give a special thanks to Nate Foss, who a lot of you may remember from previous years. And so Nate has been, Nate is behind a lot of the game design decisions as well. And a lot of the preliminary game design ideas were made together with Nate. So we would like to thank him as well for all of his hard work, and definitely also to all of the devs for putting in all the work over the many months leading up to today that made Battlecode happen. So I really appreciate all your work. And so thank you so much. And finally, we'd just like to thank all of our sponsors again. So thank you to our gold sponsor, 5 Rings, and our silver sponsor, Hudson River Trading, as well as all of our sponsors, our bronze sponsors as well. So Cizelle, Morgan Stanley, Lockheed Martin, and D.E. Shaw. So thank you so much. Our sponsors are the people who make Battlecode possible. Without our sponsors, like Battlecode would never be as successful as it is. So like a massive thank you to our sponsors for supporting us and throughout the years. So it's really been amazing to be able to work with everyone. And so with that, that is the end of Battlecode 2021. So Thank you everyone for participating. We will definitely have the scrim server up for probably a bit longer. So if anybody wants to try new strategies or to play a few more scrims. But with that, thank you so much and it's been an amazing January, and we are very much looking forward to seeing you all again next year in time for Battlecode 2022. So thank you very much, and congratulations to everyone again.